Yes, I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D., and we are live on this beautiful Monday morning. Welcome to Clock Blockers, home of the #1 Miami fan morning show. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. Beautiful weekend. Beautiful week ahead. I don't even know where to get started because it's all so great. If you are a fan of any Southern Florida Miami team, you're living the life right now. You are absolutely crushing life if you are a fan of the Marlins, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Dolphins. Let me tell you, crazy week. We got a crazy week ahead. I mean, we got the F1 coming to Miami. It's a supersized, crazy just feeling right now for South Florida fans. I mean, absolutely unreal. And we're going to get into all of it. We're going to get into every last bit of it this morning, right here on the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. For those of you who don't know, I'm your host, Stephen D., Stephen Daniels. You can follow me on social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. All right. Also, hey, look, if you haven't followed Miami yet, make sure you follow Miami Sports Music at Miami Sports Music on all social media platforms except Twitter, where it's MIA Sports Music. Make sure you follow us up on there too. Hey, if you haven't done so already, on your way through the door, give us a big thumbs up. Give us the like button. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We just hit 8,600 subscribers. We are 400 subscribers away from 9,000 subscribers. 400 away from 9,000 subscribers. Can we get 400 subscribers by the end of this week? Do you know how crazy that would be if we could get that? Just make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's absolutely free. If you are not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're doing. Just make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Okay? All right. Hey, man. Also, hey, if you want to sign up, become a member today, there's plenty of seats waiting at the table for you. Plenty of seats at the table waiting for you. Make sure you sign up today. Become a member in the link below or in the description below. You'll see links to sign up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you know what? Here it is. I was looking for it in the back page here. And let me put it in right there. There you go. Make sure you guys do that, okay? Sign up, become a member today. Would love to see you at the table. It's different than subscribing. Hopefully you're subscribing. Subscribing is free. Signing up has its paid membership dues, but you get to become a member of the family, okay? Make sure you guys do that. Also, hey, look, if you want to help the channel grow by donating, there's a few different ways you guys can do that as well. #1, you guys can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat below. You guys can also use Cash App, which is $MSM Podcast Network, and PayPal is MSM Podcast Network. What are we giving away this week for the people that donate? Well, let me tell you, okay? As we do each and every week here, courtesy of ZSM Sports, a sponsor of the show. We love ZSM. Zachary over there at ZSM Sports is absolutely amazing. We obviously, we try to help the channel grow by you donating. And if you're able to donate in increments of $5 this week, not 10, 5 this week, we're cutting it down to 5. Why is that? Because of the giveaway that we got this week. Let me tell you what we got. This week, as you can see here for the ZSM Sports Weekly giveaway, Miami Sports Music Podcast Network, our giveaway is an 8x10 special limited edition Javon Holland and Brandon Jones autograph 8x10. The Blitz Boys is what they're dubbing themselves as, the Blitz Boys. Javon Holland and Brandon Jones, 8x10. But this week, it's only costing you $5 to get in, $5 per entry. $5 per entry. As we do each and every week, if you donate through Cash App or PayPal, I double your entries. And if at any point in time you donate $50, whether it's on YouTube, Cash App, or PayPal, I triple your entries. All right, so it's $5 per entry. And this week we are giving away the Blitz Boys 8x10. All right, so it should be a lot of cool stuff. Shout out to last week's winner. Last week's winner was Level 2 Noob, who donated his winning, which is awesome. And we're going to get that right on out. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be good stuff. Level 2 Noob says, who am I giving the prize to this week? I like it, brother. Yeah, so, hey, look, if you guys donate in increments of 5, this is what the giveaway will be on Friday afternoon. So just keep on donating, help the channel grow, and we'll go from there. I want to give a big shout out to our major sponsor of the show, our title sponsor of the show, Tail Greeter. Tail Greeter is absolutely amazing. Make sure you download the current app on your current Apple or Android device today. They are awesome. We love Tail Greeter. Make sure you follow them on all social media. It's going to be good stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4 apps. Cam had a delay in that, but he got new ones made and sending them out. Hopefully this week. So be on the lookout for that there. Bud, it's coming. It's coming. All right, let's see here. All right. Hey, let me see who I got in the chat this morning. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 Epps in the chat this morning. Who else do I got up in here this morning? I want to say hello to the people in the chat. It's been all weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4 Epps. Trucker Sean, Adam E. Trey is in the building. Bob Young, Paul Glover, Cliff D, Corey Walker. Who else I got up in here? Justin Vandenberg. What's up, Steven, with the $5 donation? My guy, you're already getting in on the fun. You want to try to win that autograph, I see. Good stuff, man. Good morning, Justin. Glad you did it. EM Dolphin fan is in the building. Flip Floppers. What's up, man? Flip Floppers, home of the #1 Miami fan morning show. Like it. Let's see here. Mark K. Hey, man, look, your Bills had a good weekend, Mark. They had a good weekend. Let's see here. Level 2 Noob is in the building, as always. Hey, Fins fans, Bills fan, wishing you all well. What do you think of the draft, by the way? I think people are mad at you, Mark. You got the best punter in the draft, and you stole a couple of people I think the Dolphins were pushing for. Bills had a good draft. We'll get into all that. Let's see here. Paul Glover, God Soldier, Cliff D. I'm just seeing. I don't want to make sure I missed anybody. Ty Bless. Who else is in here? Andres Omar. What's up? Darren W. Luis A. What's up, man? AB. My man AB. All right. Now that we got all that out the way, we're going to get into some really cool stuff. I do want to remind you, we got a great show lined up for you this morning, obviously, and we're going to get into all that here in a second. I want to remind you about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we got some big news. Steven, what's going on tomorrow night? Well, tomorrow night, what I do about once a month is a special show in the evening called #Dolphin Chat. And last Dolphin Chat show I got to bring in guys like Dougley Durong, TD Fins Talk, Big E, a lot of the YouTubers on the big time YouTubers on the Dolphin side. Well, this week, actually tomorrow night at 8 p.m., let me say it again for those of you in the back who didn't hear. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m., we are going to have a special Dolphin Chat. But this time it's going to be the ladies of Dolphin Nation. That's right. I'm going to have Dolph Freaky, 305 Sports Babe, Elise Nones from Dolphin Ladies Mexico, Miss Fins, and Pamela, and maybe even a few special guests that I'm waiting to hear back from today. Hopefully by noon I'll get some answers on them. But that is who I'm having, the ladies of Dolphin Nation. It'll be ladies' night tomorrow night. Make sure you stop on by because it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun tomorrow night. I hope. Who's going to be there tomorrow night for the ladies of Dolphin Nation? It will be great, okay? Remember, ladies, get in free tomorrow night. Tomorrow, fellas, $100 buy-in. No, I'm just playing. It's free for you too. Come on in. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll talk to the ladies about being a Dolphin fan, being a lady of football. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about the show tomorrow night. Got some really close friends up here. And, yeah, I think you guys, ladies, gentlemen, will all enjoy it. It's going to be a great show that we have for you tomorrow. Okay. All righty. Now, let's get into what happened this week. This week was a crazy show, right? This weekend was crazy. So let's get into it before we get into the draft. We're going to talk draft. Don't worry, the draft talk is coming up, but it is a Miami sports show, and I at least got to touch on the other Miami sports because let me tell you, starting tonight, it's crazy. We have 7 straight days of Miami playoff sports. Tonight, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. That's actually 8 straight days of Miami sports in the playoffs. Playoffs? We're just trying to win a game. Going to be crazy. We're going to get into all that in 1 second. And let's start out here. Let me share the screen because, again, this was just an absolutely crazy weekend in sports, okay? So share the screen here. We'll get right all up into it. All right, so here we go. All right, so this weekend, one of the things that you will see is the Marlins. The Marlins play in the National League East, one of the toughest divisions in all of sports. And I say that because they're in the same division as the defending world champions, the Atlanta Braves, and maybe the hottest team in Major League Baseball, the New York Mets. And the Marlins are holding their own. Currently, as we speak, the Marlins are in second place, 3 games behind. Okay, let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. Okay, there we go. Right there. Okay, they're in second place. They're 3 games behind. Okay, you can see there the Phillies, the Braves, the Nationals, all below them, and obviously the Mets and their starting pitching are below them. And I've said all along, what you got to do is you just have to win series. Okay, just got to win series. Excuse me. All right, now they have a 3-game series coming up with the Arizona Diamondbacks, but as I got into it a little bit ago, they played the Seattle Mariners this weekend. As long as you take 2 out of every 3, as long as you win your series, all you got to do is win your series. Just take 2 out of every 3, you are going to be in the hunt. And let me tell you, right now, the Marlins are one of the hottest teams in baseball. They got unbelievable young pitching. Their hitting is absolutely great. They won on Friday night, 8-6. They won on Saturday night, 3-1. They lost yesterday. That's okay. Again, you just want to take 2 or 3. You take 2 or 3, you keep it moving to the next series, okay? And the Mariners are no pushover. They got a lot of young talent, all right? And you got to remember, they beat the Braves this year. They took 2 or 3 from they took 2 or 3 from the Braves. They took 2 of 3 from the Phillies. They're doing the thing. They're doing the thing. Actually, they took 3 or 4 from the Phillies. They are doing what they need to do to be in it. They split with the Angels, and now they got the Arizona Diamondbacks coming up, and then the San Diego Padres for a 4-game on the West Coast. So 2 big series coming up. We'll see what they have to offer. It will be a lot of fun. So be on the lookout for the Padres. I'm excited about what's going on with the Padres, all right? All right, now, enough baseball talk out the way. Let's go to playoff talk. This week is absolutely insane. Tonight, okay? Tonight, the Miami Heat, Game 1 of the NBA Finals Round 2, or NBA Playoffs Round 2, okay? They're facing the Philadelphia 76ers. I think this will be an amazing series. Awesome series, okay? We got the Heat tonight playing Philly. It's at 7:30. It's in Miami. I watched some of the NBA playoffs this weekend. Let me tell you that that Golden State series is going to be a fun series to watch. But I do believe the 76ers will be another good one. This will be another great series to watch. 76ers, Heat. We'll have to see what happens. I believe Ben Simmons is out, if I'm correct, if I heard that right. So we'll have to see what happens here. But I expect the Heat to win in 6. I think the Heat are going to win in 6. So we'll have to see what happens. Not only that, tomorrow night, the Florida Panthers start round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And they're facing the Washington Capitals. That's right, the DC Capitals, Washington Capitals. It'll be a great one. And they start in South Florida, game 1, tomorrow night. So tonight, we have the Miami Heat. Tomorrow night, we have the Florida Panthers. Wednesday night, we have the Miami Heat. Thursday night, we have the Florida Panthers. Friday night, we have the Miami Heat. Saturday night, we have the Florida Panthers. Sunday, we have the Miami Heat. Did I say that right? Sunday. Monday, we have the Florida Panthers. Those are the first 4 games of both series. And they could still keep on going because then on Tuesday, if there's a game 5, they'll have that there. We will have just straight days of Southern Florida playoff sports. It is a time to be alive for if you're a Florida sports fan, a Southern Florida sports fan. It's going to, I'm hyped. I don't know about y'all, but I'm so freaking hyped right now. The Heat, the Panthers, this is going to be crazy. Crazy! Oh, I'm a little hyped. Let me drink from my Dolphins cup. Are you hyped? Put it in the chat if you're hyped for Heat, Panthers, playoffs. It's going to be awesome. And not only that, we got, Marlins are doing a great job. Dolphins just did their thing. We're going to get into that. And then we got the Miami Grand Prix this weekend, Formula One in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. Woohoo! Crazy night. Crazy, crazy, crazy night. All right. Enough about that. Let's get into this weekend. This weekend was it was a great weekend. It was a great weekend. I want to get into the Dolphins. The Dolphins obviously coming in and having a great. I don't want to say great draft. I'm going to say an okay draft. Is it what I would have done? No, but we'll get into all that. First of all, I just want to say the draft in Vegas was a draft on steroids. Everybody that went, from what I heard, had a great time. They had a great time. There was a lot of really, really cool stuff. We'll have to see what happens in the future. I think they're in Philadelphia or Kansas City next year. They're in Kansas City next year for the draft. But it sounds like Vegas did their thing. The only weird thing is obviously them being pretty much on West Coast time. It was daytime 90% of the draft. And I'm used to it being at night and them, getting through the picks. It felt like the second night, Friday night. Like I said, I didn't do any live streaming personally this weekend, but I did go on TD's live stream on Friday night, and we hung out for like 2.5 hours on his live stream. And it seemed like it was just going and going and going till the Dolphins pick. We had a good time. It was a lot of fun. But some notes or things that stood out to me. Number one, the winners of the draft. There's a few of them, but I got to call a spade a spade. I think the Jets won the draft, hands down, outright. The Eagles had a great draft. The Ravens had a great draft. The Eagles, Ravens, Jets, and look, even the Bills had a good draft. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know. It sucks to say, but I'm going to say this right now. With the moves that the Jets made, I don't know if they're a pushover. They're not a pushover this year. They're not. I'm not. Look, I've said this on record. The only team that I'm truly scared of, and I put that in quotations, are the Bills. And even they got better. Even they got better. But I also think that, I knew what was going to come of this. What I knew was, okay, look, here we go. The Dolphins have 4 picks in the draft. The Jets have a lot of picks. The Bills were going to have picks, and then we'll get into the Patriots too. I knew that the Jets and Bills, whatever they did, as long as they didn't really royally screw it up, which they didn't, they were going to come out and people were going to be like, "Oh my God, the world's on fire." And Dolphins Twitter was like that. Dolphin Nation was definitely like that over the weekend. Oh my God, the Jets got so much better. Oh my God, the Bills got so much better. They did. And there's nothing wrong with it. We knew that they would. Them getting Sauce Gardner with that first pick was crazy. And then jumping back into the first round again and getting, Junior Johnson, I think his name is. I mean, they had an unbelievable draft. They got on their speed. They got on speed, right? And that's what they needed to do. Think about all the offensive weapons that the Dolphins have. They had to get faster. So they got Sauce Gardner at corner. They got Garrett Wilson, and they got Jermaine Johnson. I said Junior Johnson. Jermaine Johnson. I mean, they had a great first round. A great first round. And that doesn't even go back to last year with them getting Zach Wilson, Elijah Vera Tucker, and Elijah Moore. So don't sleep. I really think with Robert Saleh there, I hate to say this, but again, I'm trying to be neutral and trying to look at it subjectively. The Jets are doing things the right way. They're building from the ground up. Their talent evaluation has been pretty solid for the most part. I'm not sold on Zach Wilson. I'm not, but I would say a lot of their other picks have been right on the money for the most part. And they've been finding value where there isn't a lot of value. I don't, when it comes to the Buffalo Bills, let's go to the Buffalo Bills a little bit. The Buffalo Bills, they also got better too, right? One of the things that a lot of people were wanting were Matt Ariza, and we'll get to that in a second. But I think their first round pick, Elam, the cornerback, they have to understand that there's so much speed down in Miami. They even, Jets got quicker. They had to get that. I see that you're saying breaking news, Honey Badger signing with the Saints. That's where I thought he'd end up. Wasn't a big deal. I'll get to us in a second and where I think we're going to move and what we're going to do. Second pick was James Cook for the Jets. Third pick was Terrell Bernard, linebacker. With their 6th round pick, they got Matt Ariza. I think that Buffalo definitely got better. I would give them a B to a B plus for their draft. But I really like the Elam pick. I saw a video of Elam in his draft interview, his combine interview. The kid's smart. The kid is smart. He's really good. And I like the James Cook interview. They're adding depth to the backfield. And then, the linebacker pick in the 3rd round. Again, I think your first 3 rounds are where you find starters or people that can contribute. 4th and 5th are more of, okay, these guys have value that might not necessarily be starting, but they can be good special teams players or backup positions. Some of those 4th and 5th rounders might last in the NFL 3 years, which is the average expectancy of an NFL player. And then 5th, 6th, and 7th rounds, or 6th and 7th rounds, it's a crapshoot. Your luck. It's just pure luck if those guys make the team or not. Most of them are practice squad players. And then as far as the New England Patriots. Let me just finish up with them before we get into our draft picks. It was so crazy because they jumped back, they traded out of their original pick, they jumped back in. They get the 29th pick in the first round, and they got an offensive lineman by the name of Cole Strange. This kid, I think, was projected a third or fourth rounder at best. And, if any other team had drafted him, they would have been calling for the GM. What in the world are they doing drafting an offensive lineman that's projected in the third or fourth round in the first round? But because it's Belichick, that's right, I said his name right, Belichick. Oh my God, absolutely amazing pick. He knows something we don't. And here's the problem with saying that. It's true. He usually does know something we don't know. Now, do I think that they overreached with him? Yeah, but that's also me being a homer. One thing I won't do is question most personnel decisions by him, because his track record over the last 30 years is really good. So if he took an offensive lineman with the 29th pick in the first round that wasn't projected to be a third or fourth round pick, what do I know? And I'm just being honest. It's interesting. Everybody's like, you're giving him way too much credit. I'm not giving him way too much credit. I'm just not questioning the pick per se. Any other GM, I'm questioning the pick. Him, I'm not. The guy they got in the second round, Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor. I'll be honest with you. I think he starts day one. Again, it's a rookie wide receiver. We'll see what happens. But I am interested to see him. I think every AFC East team drafted a wide receiver in this draft, including us, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I would probably say New England, if I'm being honest, their draft, I give them a C. Maybe even a C minus, because they reached with Cole Strange. They reached with who's the other guy? The Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor. Because I don't think he was projected to be a second rounder either. I think he was projected to be a fourth rounder or later. A day 3 guy. And then they went out and got another quarterback. They got Billy Zapp from Western Kentucky. And again, Belichick's philosophy is draft a quarterback every year. And Bailey Zapp out of Western Kentucky was the guy this year for them. So it'll be interesting. They also got Pierre Strong, the 4th round pick out of South Dakota State. I think that's a guy we were looking at, or at least as the fans, we liked a little bit. And then they got some guards and some O-linemen. Like I said, overall, I'll give them a C. Jets get an A+. I think they had the best draft. Bills get a B. Patriots get a C. Now, on to the Dolphins. On to the Dolphins pick. Okay? Let's start it with our very first pick. Okay? We get all the way down to the 4th round. Let me just say, the whole night, the first night, I didn't think we were going to do anything. The only person that I even remotely close to was like, we should consider was Tyler Lindbaum. And I said, if the Dolphins were going to do anything, he had to drop past 25. Where did he get picked? 25th. So I knew that wasn't the case. I knew we weren't doing anything then. And then in the second round, I was like, I don't think we're moving up in the second round. There's really nobody that I could see that we really wanted. Then the 3rd round hit, and there was some guys that I was like, oh, definitely think we can go here and get, whoever we need to get. There were 2 guys the entire draft that I was looking at, who, by the way, ended up not getting drafted at all. The center, Alec Lindstrom, out of Boston College, who I thought for sure because we didn't draft would come here and be an undrafted free agent. Wrong again. I think he signed with the 49ers. And then the other, Donovan West, the center out of Arizona, who also didn't sign with us either. Those were the two guys the whole time. I'm like, let's just get one of those two guys. And I didn't think we'd get him at the 3rd round, but I definitely thought we would get him at the 4th. When they were there in the 7th and we didn't get him, it bothered me. We'll get to that in a minute. But as far as Channing Tindall's profile, I got to be honest, I think it's a steal. I think it's a steal. I think he could start day one at middle linebacker. Day one at middle linebacker. I think he's that good. He's a senior. He's 6'1". He's 223 pounds. He legitimately was a top 75 prospect. I would probably have put Nakobe Dean, by the way, was another guy that I wanted who was there, and we didn't get him, and I'll get to that in a second. But, I mean, I would probably say he was the second best middle linebacker of the draft, in my opinion. But I think he's a day one starter. And I think, he's better than, any of the veteran linebackers that we were considering bringing in. And his upside is so, there's just so much potential. So much potential. And I'll even go as far to say I think he'll be the best middle linebacker the Dolphins have seen since, I'm going to say it, Zach Thomas. Do I think he'll be Zach Thomas? I don't know. But I think he'll be the best middle linebacker we've seen since Zach Thomas. So I love the pick. For the value in the 3rd round, y'all heard me all week say that whoever we get in the 3rd round, don't question it. Greer's got it. Great, amazing pick that we will get in the 3rd round. And I hit the nail on the head. It didn't matter who they got. I was probably not going to question it. When we got Tindall, I was like, thank you, God. We addressed the middle linebacker situation. Okay? All right. Now we go to the 2nd round, or the 4th round pick. Okay? We get to the 4th round, and I say to myself, okay, offensive lineman time. This is where we get our own line. Nope, not going to happen. Not going to happen. That's where I wanted us to go here. When we got the wide receiver, Eric, I can't say his last name yet. Izakunma, I think is how you say it. I had to squeeze a little bit. I had to be like, all right, what is this? Why are we drafting a wide receiver in the 4th round? I could totally see here's what I predicted in the 7th round. I predicted in the 7th round a wide receiver and a quarterback. I was right about one. Because I just was like, that's where we should go with the 7th rounders. Just take a run at somebody. But I was like, with the 4th round, there's still quality O-linemen that are there that we can get. And we didn't get them. And what they got was, I think they did 2 things. I thought they did best player available. I think that's one. But I also think they got the guy that they were looking at. Now, hindsight being 2020, it has been reported, it's come out, that they were on the phones, that they were actively looking at certain players in the draft, and that people were picked a couple picks ahead of where they were going to go. So I don't think it was their original 4th round pick that they wanted. But I do think it's somebody that they were looking at. They were like, if we have a chance to get him, we're going to get him. If these guys are off the board. And the one thing that I can say about this kid is this. Looking at him, he reminds me of Debo a little bit. He does. His yards after catch were one of top in the nation. You look at his highlight film and you're like, man, this kid's got speed. He is built for speed. And he's got hands. He's got hands. He can come out of the backfield. He can play running back. He can play wide receiver. Let's say the Debo situation was he didn't want to play out of the backfield, and we know that's what we need. We essentially got a younger, raw, a lot more raw version of him with this kid from Texas Tech. Here's another thing that's great about it. Wes Welker, a wide receiver coach, Texas Tech alum. So there's a lot of things that are finished here, right? There's a lot of things that are finished here. And I said, hey, look, this is what I think that they'll do, or this is what I think could be. Not that they'll do, that could be with them. A lot of upside. It's not a bad pick. It's not where I would have gone with the 4th round pick, but you got to remember, we had 4 picks. They had a chance to address and get depth. I think our wide receiver room is stacked. Don't see us going after a wide receiver. Done there. Like, we're done. I don't want to hear Debo's name anymore. Doesn't need to be said. Because we're done. It's over with. Let's go to round 7. Round 7, we get Cameron Good out of Cal, outside linebacker. This kid, I think, has a lot of upside to him. He's an athletic linebacker he's a solid pass rusher on the college level. Now, I think he lacks pursuit speed. He struggled in coverage, and he's marginally effective in space. But his pass rushing, I think, is why they got him, because he'll be a good backup to, somebody, that we need that's going to be starting, correct? Or that we have that's going to be starting, not that we need, that will be starting. So I'll say this. I think he's got a lot of potential. I think potential to make the roster in special teams and a backup as a pass rusher. But that's it. That's his upside, his short-term upside right now. His long-term, who knows? Who knows? But I'll say that right now, this year, special teams player maybe, and a 3rd string or 2nd string at best pass rusher. But we'll have to see about that. Last pick, I knew I had a feeling was going to be a quarterback. And here's the thing. I didn't want us to go offensive lineman unless they truly love somebody there. Again, Donovan West out of Arizona was still on the table, and Alec Lindstrom from Boston College was still on the table. But I will say this, again, hindsight being 2020, if the Dolphins didn't go after Alec Lindstrom, who was the Boston College center, and we had the Boston College offensive line coach, maybe that tells me everything I need to know by them not drafting him. He wasn't good enough. Didn't have a lot of upside. I got to trust that evaluation. Lindstrom was the 2nd best center on the board left behind Donovan West that I'm aware of when it came down to it. And they didn't get him. So why am I going to question that move? So I'm not. That's what I'm going to say. Now, this kid that they got, this quarterback, all right? I'm excited about him. I have to admit. I am very excited about him. Skylar Thompson out of Kansas State. And let me tell you what he looks like to me. Let me show you what I think he looks like. Y'all ready? Y'all watching? Bam. Look at that. If that man ain't a spitting image of Taysom Hill, I don't know what to tell you. Spitting image of Taysom Hill. I think the kid's good. I think the kid is really, really good. And, look, he's a nice pocket passer with a next level arm. Patient in the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield. Buys as much time as necessary, nothing throwing on the move, and protects the football. I could definitely see him being a pocket knife for us, because that's Taysom Hill's nickname, the pocket knife. And I think he'd be the same thing for us. I do. And again, I think if you're drafting a quarterback every year in the late round picks, you're doing great. You're doing what you need to do to keep it moving. And I'm excited to see what he is. He'll be a camp body. He'll probably not make the roster unless he shows he can play special teams and he can be what Taysom Hill is. But it could happen. It could totally happen. And you're right. Skyler would have been an undrafted free agent. But the problem with it is they didn't think that they could get him as an undrafted free agent, which is why they chose to draft him. Maybe they already had insight that he was going to sign somewhere else. So if there's a guy that you like and you think he could be an asset to your team, you draft him. And that's what they did. So what do I give the Dolphins draft grade? They had 4 picks. 2 of the 4 picks, one of the 4 picks I loved. The second player that I can't say that is just because that's not where I would have drafted, that 4th round pick. I would not have drafted a wide receiver there. But I love the guy, and I love the pick per se, with like, oh man, this kid's got he's got something he brings to the table. So what I will say is I think that I would give the Dolphins a B. Not a B+, I'll give them a B. Channing Tindall, absolutely amazing. Starts day 1. The wide receiver, Eric, I think he can be a number 3, number 4 wide receiver come day 1. And I think he brings something to this team that with the right coaching, he could be, his ceiling could be pretty high. So I'm excited to see that. But I would say a B for me is what I would give the Dolphins. Now, undrafted free agents, there's people, we got an offensive lineman out of Minnesota. We got the center from Arkansas who started, Ty Clary. Kellen Deesk out of Arizona State, who I was looking at in the draft for them. We got another punter out of FIU, Tommy Heatherly. I think he's a camp body, but maybe, Braylon Edwards, wide receiver out of Mississippi, who I thought was going to be drafted. We got, which I'm excited about. Zaquandare White, the running back out of South Carolina, that's an interesting one. Elijah Hamilton, corner out of Louisiana Tech. DeAndre Johnson, the U. So we brought somebody from the U, which I liked. And we got a defensive tackle, Jordan Williams, out of Virginia Tech. And Ben Steele, another defensive tackle out of Nebraska. So, and Onan Carney, edge rusher out of Illinois. So look, the people that they got, they brought in depth to the O-line. They brought in 2 centers. Do I think any of these guys will make the team? Probably not. Probably not. But there's some interesting guys here that'll be interesting camp bodies, and I'm interested to see them play come that 3rd preseason game, 2nd and 3rd preseason game. So we'll have to see what happens. There have been plenty of undrafted free agents that have made teams and have went on to have Hall of Fame careers. Do I think any of these guys are it? No. But did anybody think any of the other guys were it? No, they didn't. And they ended up doing it. So we'll have to see what happens. Some other things that were very interesting from over the weekend were Drew Rosenhaus said that he had discussions with the Miami Dolphins about 2 veteran free agents. One of them being Carlos Dunlap. Very interesting to see what Carlos Dunlap, and the other being Akeem Hicks on that defensive line. The one person that I think I would love is Akeem Hicks. I would love Akeem Hicks to come to the Dolphins. Akeem Hicks, I think, would be a great player added to the Dolphins. Dunlap, not so much. I mean, he would be more depth. But again, I would love to see him be a Miami Dolphin. So we'll have to see what happens. He's played for Chicago, for what, since 2016, since I think he got drafted in 2016. But yeah, I mean, he's good. He's started 16, 16, 16, 5, 15, 9. He's had a couple injuries too out of the last 3 years. But you know, he's a run stopper. So I would love to see him. In fact, I'd love to see him or Ndamukong Suh. You all know how I feel about Ndamukong. I think if we could get him at a veteran minimum or make the numbers work, I'd love to see both. Shore up that defensive. Let us get that. You know, we get Akeem Nicks and shore up that defensive tackle. It's going to be a great, great signing. Do I think we're going to go after anybody? Yeah, I do. I'm interested to see what happens with the J.C. Treader situation. We did not address the O-line the way I was hoping that we would. And that tells me one of two things. That either tells me, hey, Matt Applebaum and Mike McDaniel like the guys they already have currently in the building, and they think they can coach them up, and we're probably going to go with what we have, which fine. Just you better hit as far as I'm concerned. And the other thing is maybe they are considering, you know, bringing in a veteran. So it'll be very interesting to see what they have going on from that standpoint too. I want to see the Dolphins make moves that bluster up the O-line. I wanted to see them do it in this year's draft, and they didn't. But that's the only thing I'm questioning right now with Greer. And the reason I'm questioning it is because I have a right to. They haven't had a good O-line in a very, 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 very long time. And so I need to know that I think in order for us to be good, in order for us to make a run at this, our O-line has to hold up. And, you know, I like the moves we made in T. Stead and Connor Williams. I love them. I'd like to see a little bit more depth. Now, does that mean the guys that are here are going to be the guys that we go with? Maybe. But get J.C. Treader, I'll shut up. I will shut up if they go after J.C. Treader. And then the other thing that we're not thinking of too, y'all, is we don't know what cuts are going to happen come training camp or anything like that. I think the Dolphins signed one or two big-name veterans. And it might not be a lot of money. Akeem Hicks, to me, is a big-name veteran, just so y'all know. So I can see Akeem Nicks being signed by the Dolphins. Ndamukong Suh is another name that I see out there. J.C. Treader is a name I'd like to see. But, yeah, I don't think we go any more wide receivers done there. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. All right. I want to hear from you. What did you all think about the draft? What did you all think about everything? I want to remind you all, for everybody watching, I want to hear from you all here in a second. If y'all are this week's giveaway, if you donate in increments of $5, every donation to the channel in increments of $5, the ZSM weekly giveaway. This week we are giving away a limited edition 8x10 Javon Holland and Brandon Jones. One lucky person will win this, courtesy of ZSM Sports. It's autographed by Javon Holland and Brandon Jones. It's PSA certified. It's a really cool piece right here. It's called The Blitz Boys. So I'm excited to see Javon Holland and Brandon Jones. This is a really cool piece. It's something I wish I could have in my man cave. So, yeah, make sure you guys get that. $5 per entry. Anytime you donate in increments of $5 to the channel, you get entered to win this. The drawing will be on Friday afternoon. Want to remind you guys, tomorrow night, we have a special edition, special show at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hashtag Dolphin Chat, the ladies of Dolphin Nation, Dolph Freaky, 305 Sports Babe, Elise Nonis of Dolphin Mexico Football, Miss Finns, Pamela. Will be a lot of fun, and maybe a few other special guests. So be on the lookout for that. All right. I'm going to open up the lines because I want to hear from you. If you guys want to get in where you fit in. Here is the link to come on. And I put it in the chat, and I want to hear from you. What did you guys think of the draft? Were you mad? Were you upset? What did you think? I want to hear from you. Get on. Let me hear from you and your thoughts of the Dolphins draft. Because I think some of y'all loved it. Some of y'all hated it. But again, we had 4 picks. And we nailed the first pick that we had. We nailed it. Channing Tindall was amazing. Was amazing. All right, Rashad, what's up, man? Welcome.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, Rashad?
What's happening?
What's going on with you, man?
Not much. Just packing, ready to go back home. Leaving New York.
What are you doing up in the Big Apple, my man?
My birthday was Friday, so I came down to celebrate.
Okay, all right. What'd you go do? What'd you do in the Big Apple?
A lot of walking. I promise you I won't be doing that again.
Hey, I've done my fair share of that in the Big Apple too. Every year I go up for the MetLife Takeover. So
Okay.
I hope you had a good time, man. What did you think of the Dolphins draft?
I think we did okay. I
Okay.
mean, the $10 pick was pretty good for a third round pick. I think he has a lot of untapped potential. From what I remember, he didn't start his first 3 years. He was more of a rotational piece, or was it all 4 years? I don't know, but
I think he's a good pick. I think he's a really good pick.
he's a great pick. He definitely has the build, the athleticism that we were missing in the middle. He has the size that we needed in the middle. A couple of weeks ago, Omar Kelly actually had him in at pick, what was it, 102?
Yep.
Had him at 102 in his mock draft, and that's when I actually started looking into him. I was like, because of course I was looking at the better linebackers, the first 2 round linebackers, and when I seen his tape,
I was surprised that Kobe Dean kept on falling, and I was like, man, let him be there in the 4th round. I was like, let him be there in the 4th round. You got to take him. But I think Channing Tindall is gonna, I think Tindall is gonna be. I think he's gonna kill it. I think he's gonna
potentially he can be a Pro Bowl linebacker. Honestly, with that athleticism and
100%, 100%.
Right. The wide receiver. That's the same thing I said when I seen the tape. He reminds me of Debo. Just.
I was shocked. I was shocked when we drafted him, and then I looked at the tape and I'm like, okay. I like him. I'm sold.
The way he refused to go down and that breakaway speed after that first stiff arm is like that was real nice. 7th round. Good. The linebacker. I have family and friends that went to Cal, so they go to all the Cal games. They had nothing positive to say about him. I was like, he's a blitzer. That's his specialty.
Oh, what? This Cameron Good?
Yeah.
I said, 2 things. Number one, there's the 7th round pick, right? What are you getting with a 7th rounder? You kind of know, okay, hey, look, you're getting a 7th rounder. Like, that's what it really needs to be said. But what I'll say to that is when it comes to drafting in those late picks, you draft either best player available or let's say it's somebody you've had your eye on. And so I think that's somebody they had their eye on. They love him. They like something about him.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
I love his size. I love the body. I'm hoping he turns out to be anything, special teamer if we need it. And the quarterback, I couldn't even understand
Skylar
it.
Thompson. Well, yeah. I knew it sounds like I'm having some technical difficulties. I knew that whatchamacallit. I knew that we were drafting a quarterback in that late round. I had a feeling we were. I really did. Let me bring in somebody else to the conversation here. Gavin, what's up, Gavin? How are you, man?
It's good, dude. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What'd you think of the Dolphins draft this weekend?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think the linebacker we got is definitely going to become a starter. I think he'll definitely be a good piece. The receiver, I think if he gets some coaching, I think he'll definitely be a good addition too. And then the 7th round picks and some of the undrafted free agents, they're all right. I mean,
they're all they're all gambles, right?
Yeah.
They're all project pieces. The only sound one day starter was Channing Tindall.
The one dude I'm really excited about is that safety from Oregon that played with
Vernon
Javon
McKinley.
Holland.
Yep.
He's very instinctive. You don't get 4 picks one season and 6 picks the next, or 2 seasons later without some heavy instincts. Like
for sure. And I've seen a lot of people had 3rd round grades. One dude had a 2nd round grade on him.
Yeah, his combine showed you that's how that was.
So when a player that has a high round, or heck, anything above a 4th round grade who doesn't get drafted, it's usually one of a few things: either an injury, right, or problems off the field, or something that did horrible in their draft meetings for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those are the 3 big reasons you see somebody drop. But to get a guy like that as an undrafted free agent, I think is pretty good.
Yeah, I think a lot of it had to do with his size. I think I was reading a lot about his size. People were questioning his size, so
I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is, for the most part, I don't want to. A lot of Dolphin fans badger me a little bit that I give Greer a lot of credit. I do give him a lot of credit. I think I understand he hasn't hit on everything, but I think his talent evaluation, for the most part, not every single one, there are exceptions to the rule, has been pretty accurate. And I'm not going to second guess the moves he's made, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
There's things that I have to be like, okay, hey, why didn't you go after more offensive line depth? Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But that's where I'm at with it. All right, let me bring on somebody else to the party. Alexander, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? How was y'all weekend?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Same.
Great. First off, shout out to Level. I now have a chance to give a real shout out to Level 2 Noob. Thank you again, man. I really appreciate you, bud.
For those of you who don't know, Level 2 Noob won the giveaway, won the raffle on Friday, and donated it to Alex after he won. So shout out to Level 2 Noob.
Yeah, definitely, man. I actually thought the draft went pretty solid for Greer because, if you kind of think about it, a lot of these guys here that were drafted in the later rounds are more like depth players. They're more like depth pieces,
Yeah, they're
backups.
Special teamers and backups. Yeah.
Yeah. So this year's draft was not as deep as years past, and that's why I was not. I'm right there with you, Steven, giving them a B. They
got to be because of Tindall. Tindall's the reason they got to be.
Tindall was an absolute steal.
Izubakama, I actually wanted Izubakama on this team. I've seen highlights of this kid at Texas Tech, and oh my God, this kid is unbelievable.
Look,
dude, he's a baller.
Yes, he is.
He reminds, when we drafted him and I saw the highlight reel and I'm like, oh man, this kid is Deebo Samuel, and a raw version of Deebo.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said, there goes Deebo. He's not coming here.
I was kind of questioning the pick because I was like, damn, a wide receiver? And then, I went and watched the tape, and I was like, geez, he's actually a baller.
Swear jar.
Sorry.
The Tyndall, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, damn, this kid's fast. I was like, oh my.
Killing me. Hey, so
Sorry.
let me ask you guys a question. Both of you. It's Alexander too. Both of y'all.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Let me bring in 1, 2, 3, 4 Fs because I know he did not like the draft, and I want to get his take on it. So,
Fs, and I want to give a quick shout out, real quick. Hold on, real quick memo. Skylar Thompson will not start day 1 over Tua.
Well,
get that
anybody who says that,
Everybody has a chance, to Alex.
No,
There's a lot of
not
people
him.
That's all I'm telling you. Hey, listen, that's all I'm telling you. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning,
morning,
Epps.
man.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Epps, I was reading your tweets all weekend. You were
Me and Epps
not.
were going back and forth, too.
You were not happy this weekend. Tell the people why.
Because we drafted a linebacker who was a backup in college. I know him very well. He was out of FSU. He's a converted linebacker. He was a backup to Nakobe Dean. He actually got some playing time because of Nakobe Dean's injuries. And yes, he's very fast, but so is Jakeem Grant, who's trash. But
oh, come on.
we should have drafted Leo. We should have drafted Leo Chanel. Honestly, he went next. And then drafting a wide receiver when you have 10 on the roster is just preposterous. I mean, I don't care how good the kid is. Everybody has this fascination with recreating Deebo Samuel. I don't get why you guys want to recreate Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel's not coming here. He's not here. He's not coming here. Forget about Deebo.
You're right. He's not coming
Why
here.
would
We
we
agree.
draft a
We
wide
agree with
receiver?
that.
Epps,
I agree with
Epps.
you on that.
Why would, no,
Hold
let
on.
me finish, Alex.
Let him go.
Okay,
Let him
man,
go.
I'm
we
sorry.
draft
Go ahead,
a wide
I'm sorry.
receiver with 10 on the roster? Why would we do
I
that
can answer
when
that for you.
when we have one center? Zach Tom was on the board. That other guy was on the board. I mean, there were so many people on the board. And then honestly, the best pick we got was undrafted free agent Zakondre White out of South Carolina, who was formerly at FS, who was formerly also. Trust me, Zakondre White's going to be good. But Tyndall, he's a 2-year project. He might make an impact on special teams, but that's it. He's a 2-year project, I promise you. This guy's not a starting middle linebacker. I promise you, Alex. He is not.
I have to disagree with you on that, man.
He's unpolished, Alex. Look it up.
I think you could be unpolished. You can do this.
If you're a backup in college,
stop. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4 F's. Just don't yell because your mic
Kenyon Drake was a backup in college, and then he ended up being a starter in the NFL, and he was a damn good starter at that.
Out of necessity,
swear jar.
Man, because we had nobody. I swear jar. I didn't curse.
No,
unfortunately, the DAM now is a.
Where's Kenyon Drake now, man? Where's Kenyon Drake now, sitting on his couch?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, Shannon Tyndall, I think, was the best pick of the night by the Dolphins. Okay, that was the best pick of the night. Here's the thing. This kid,
Skyler was, but yeah.
Now, here's the thing, and
hold on.
Chance.
Let me ask you something, Epps. Are you saying that you didn't like any of the picks in the draft except for Skyler?
No, none. I like the undrafted free agents better. I didn't like Tyndall. I mean, like I said, he's going to be a good special teamers, but he could get hurt. I mean, we should have drafted up and gotten Nakobe Dean. We should have drafted up and gotten Nakobe Dean. That's first of what we should have done. And then after we didn't do that, we should have drafted up and got Isaiah Spiller, dude. Simple.
I definitely disagree.
One of the draft analysts actually labeled Lawrence Timmons as a
Hey Alex, let me just put this out for you.
Okay, Shannon Tyndall.
Jets got great. The Bills got great.
Yeah, but they're still not going to contend.
If Zach Wilson becomes better than Tua, we're going to be the lone garbage team in the AFC East, besides for the Patriots.
All right,
the Patriots are a laughing stock.
Let's not go there.
Right. So I knew this would happen with some of the fan base. I knew that some people would be like, "Oh my God, the Jets had such an amazing draft. The Bills even got better." But let's calm down here for a second. The Jets are still 7 to 8 win team. They are. They're a 7 to 8 win team.
Less if Zach Wilson's bad. If Zach Wilson becomes good, though,
you
understand they got Breece Hall?
I do. Look, but I knew that people would come up here being like, "Oh my God, like they got so much better." Dude, they made good picks. They had one of the best drafts. But that's what the draft is for.
I agree. These guys definitely made good
drinking
picks.
During the draft. I don't even know where he was.
You still got to understand that they're rookies. They're not proven commodities in the league.
And what's going to happen next year when the Dolphins have 5 pick in the top 100 and the Jets don't?
Exactly. We're going to be in the same position.
We're going to be in the same boat that they were this year.
No.
With a better roster.
Let me tell you why they did not trade up. because Greer is afraid to use the capital because they
And there's
they know
nothing wrong
There's
with
no
that.
they
point.
know
That's
that
not the
People-
reason why.
Listen,
People
let
look at
me
He's
this
going to
finish
go there
draft
because
as
of Tua.
Absolutely
not a
finish.
good
He's going to go
draft.
there because of Tua. He's going to go there because of
Use the
Tua.
capital
That's exactly what
because
Epps is doing.
they don't believe in Tua. They haven't
No,
believed in Tua since
not
they got
true.
him.
Everybody,
If they didn't believe in
everybody
Tua,
that
they would
looked
have
at the
gone
end of
after
the
a quarterback
They've
draft,
this
done
year.
everything to show you they don't believe in Tua. They
everybody
pursued
that
Deshaun
looks into
Watson.
this draft
That's what.
knows
I mean,
that
come
this
on, man.
draft
That's
is not a good
okay. That's
draft.
so. What you're wait, Epps, you wanted
Everything they've done everything in their power to show you they don't believe in
Vonjo, I'll
Tua.
put you on the
They
bench
got
again,
Tyreek
Vonjo.
Hill. They
Epps,
got
do you believe
Tyreek
in Tua?
Hill.
I didn't even notice.
My God, man.
How does that show that you're not believing in Tua whenever you add these many people?
Gavin, have you not been watching? Gavin,
No,
did you
Can I
not
can I
watch
can
us
I get on
Hold
my
on, hold on.
soapbox for a
Can I
second?
for the entire
can I interview for
offseason?
1 second,
Hey,
please?
hey.
Hold on.
I want to
Hold on.
interview for 1 second, please.
No.
1 second.
Everybody hold on. Alexander, you
1
hold on.
second.
Everybody hold on
Okay.
for a second. Number one at a time. Number two, Vonjo, you have the floor because I want to hear from you.
Okay. First off, good morning, everyone. And I
What's
wasn't
up,
gonna come
BJ?
Good
on,
morning.
Stephen. I wasn't gonna come
Good
on.
morning.
But
I'm at work.
you wanted to see my smiling face.
No, he came
Yeah.
to attack me.
Hold
He
on.
came to get
I'm at
after
work,
Epps.
but at the same time, I just cannot take blasphemous, outlandish statements. Because right now, Epps, I respect you as a man, but I need us to stop going off just emotion and letting our emotion take us into the sea, right? Because right now, your emotion had got you in the middle of the ocean right now. There's no buoys to help you.
Luckily,
Lifeguards
I
are
can
looking
swim
for
like
you.
a fish that I'm from Florida.
Thank God, because you got a long way to swim back to shore, my guy. I need you to come back to shore. Because for you to make a statement that Zadarius White is going to supersede our current starters,
Andre, you don't even know his name, so I would do your
Zamir,
homework
whatever.
before
I
you
don't
come
even
at
know.
me in a debate.
Epps,
I would
hold
do
on,
your homework.
Epps, let him
I'm
go.
just saying,
Epps,
before you
let
come at
him
me in a
talk.
debate, do your homework. Do your homework before you come at me in a debate.
Vonjo, you should have known this was coming, Vonjo.
Again,
Epps,
emotion.
You
let
don't
him
know
talk.
his name. How can I even trust your
Epps,
word?
you
It's
can't talk
literally
to
a
people
name.
like that.
Let him go. It's a name.
How many people do? How many people knew how to pronounce Tua Tagovailoa more than that first?
Zaquandre.
Whatever. Some guy that's not going to start for us. He runs a 4.6 for Pete's sakes. Yeah, he has all these little shifty moves in college. You know who had a lot of shifty moves in college and also ran a 4.6? He played for Florida State University of Florida. No, Florida State University. Warwick, the receiver. You remember he was shifty. He came to the NFL. The NFL, everybody is fast. Everybody closes.
Yeah,
Everybody
true.
works hard.
Tell Tyreek Hill, tell Waddle, tell Raheem
They run
Mostert,
4.2s.
tell Chase
They run
Edmonds, tell
4.2,
all these fast
4.2,
shifty guys.
4.3, 4.4.
Well,
He runs a 4.6.
you seen NFL speed versus Waddle.
True.
Again, Waddle runs a 4.2. Waddle
He was getting
runs
snatched
NFL
like crazy.
speed.
Hey, I'm not
So
saying
that's why I
he's the
said
best.
so.
Listen, I'm not saying he's the best running back.
So
I'm
Epps,
saying that he's our best pick.
I have a question for you, Epps. Are you more mad because of what the Dolphins did not do, or are you more mad because of what the other teams did do?
I'm more mad at what the Dolphins didn't do.
That's a great
because
question,
we can
Steven.
only control what we can only
that's
control
fair.
what we
Okay,
can control.
now
we
with
should
that
never have drafted a
hold
wide
on.
receiver.
Let me
Tyndall runs a 4.4.
Hold on.
Hold on,
I wanted to say something
finish.
else real quick.
Let me finish my statement, okay? So
right.
you're mad because of what we didn't do, but the reality are you happy with the Tyreek Hill trade?
Absolutely.
Enough
Okay,
said.
So like I mean that is, but I'm going to keep on saying more. Like this draft class or these picks, it was we need to go out and change our franchise. Would it have been better to have 7 draft picks or have 4 draft picks and Tyreek Hill? And
no,
it
I
was
get
better
that we have. Yeah,
it was better to have that. Now you don't have to agree with the Tyndall situation, but you will admit that they needed to address the middle linebacker, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And they did, and they
going to start.
And
he's not
Tyndall's
going to
gonna. Yes, he will. He will
Yes,
totally do that. But that's neither.
You think Roberts is going to start?
Hold on.
I'm the brokest person on the panel, and I'll bet you money.
Epps. no matter what you say, they addressed it though, right? They addressed it,
Riley
right?
in the middle.
Oh
Okay,
God!
hold
I'm
on,
the
Bob
brokest
Joe.
person on the panel, and I will bet you
Oh
money.
my God!
Epps,
Tsunami
let
relief.
me finish my statement. So they addressed middle linebacker. They did, correct? You don't have to like the pick, but they addressed the need.
Yes.
Okay. Then you said, I don't like the 4th round pick of the wide receiver. It's been widely known we were looking to add one more wide receiver, right? Debo, whoever, correct?
That's what Twitter said. I don't know if
Okay,
we were ever even in the
that's a-
mix. If we were
that's a-
ever even in the mix for Debo, I have no idea.
That's a fair statement. I'll give you that much. But I can tell you with them picking this guy in the 4th round and his NFL player comparison was who, gentlemen?
Debo Samuel.
Debo Samuel was his
Debo
player.
played 1 year as a versatile guy, and he doesn't want to do it anymore.
His player
Imagine what that does to your body, man.
What I'm trying to tell you, Epps, is we got to draft a guy in the 4th round, get to pay him 4th round money, rookie money, and we didn't have to give up a daggone thing to get him. Meanwhile, his potential.
Meanwhile, we
he's
could
got
have traded
guys
up and got Spiller.
A running back? Or no, not. Why do I always think of C.J. Spiller when somebody says Spiller?
Isaiah Spiller is a running back.
Yeah.
Isaiah Spiller is a running back.
Okay, yeah, Isaiah.
We were close.
We could have drafted up and got him.
But did the Dolphins not address that need already this year with getting
We have
Chase
enough
Edmonds
running backs.
and Raheem Mozart? You don't have to
Miles
like
Gaskins
it, but did they?
garbage.
But what's the difference?
Gaskins is not garbage.
What's the-
Gaskins
We have
was
Chase
our
Edmonds
number
and
1
Raheem
running
Mostert.
back.
Who else do we have?
Gaskin was our number 1 running
Hey,
back for the past 2 years.
Epps. What's the difference between them getting a 5th running back and an 11th wide receiver? It's the same thing. They just tried.
Let me
They
ask
just
you this:
addressed this
Who is
somewhere
our
else.
running backs right now? Chase Edmonds and Mostert. The rest of them
And Gaskins. Whether you like
nobody.
But he's a starter for the last 3 years of this team.
Oh my God! You see,
Gaskins
this
is
is
a nobody, but
one.
he's been a starter for
Oh,
the past
I'm
2
gonna
years.
shut this whole panel down right now. Hold on, I got something to say. Hold on, here's the thing: Gaskins in 2020 was the top 10 most productive running back out of the whole draft class. The top 10 most productive running back used in the NFL in 2020. Okay,
Alex,
did you not know that?
If
Did
you
you not
think
know that?
Miles Gaskins is a top 10
Did you
running back,
not know that?
That's not what he said. That is not what he
I
said.
said that he was the top 10 most productive running back
top 10
in
running
the
back
NFL.
in 2020. That's what
I
his
said he was
statement
the
is
most
saying.
productive. The most
So he's a top
productive
10
running back
in 2020. That's what
no,
you're saying.
I never said that.
That's what you just
I
said.
said he was.
They go that selective hearing, Epps.
What he's
Literally,
saying,
that
I
is
said
not
he
what
was the
saying
most
is
productive.
when
He was the
when
most
he
productive
touched the
running back.
ball, when he touched the ball, his production
What's
was
the difference
top
between most
10.
productive?
He wasn't used.
And last I checked, Salvin Ahmed actually had 130 yard game in 2020 against
And
the
by,
Patriots.
and by the way,
is garbage.
and by the way, Epps, we still have Jared Dokes in our practice squad too.
Didn't even make the off the. He just sucks. Get over the.
Did
pick.
you?
He's
And
big.
Are you
these
Epps?
running backs?
Big E's
These
got
running
the
backs.
Big
These
got to
running
pick
backs
him in.
this year.
Everybody likes Jared
These
Stokes
Epps,
because
these
our
running backs
fan of
this
the
year was a crapshoot. These were not
Jared
good
Stokes.
running backs this year. Now next year, I'll give
God.
you that.
Alex, man.
Next year, I'll give you that. Next year is the year of the running backs out of this draft class.
Can I
I'll
ask
be honest with you,
something?
Alex,
You
the
have
Mets got you gassed up, bro.
Can I
Well, that's
Listen,
actually,
man.
hey,
They're
hey,
on-
actually,
listen, the
hold
Mets
on.
are on a fluke run.
Epps. The Mets actually had a combined no-hitter this weekend. Did you not know that?
Who cares about
They're on a
baseball? Why are we
little
talking
run
about
and they got
baseball?
you
We got all over the place.
wait.
Now
Let
we're
me
going to
ask
baseball.
something
All
real
right,
quick.
hold on, guys, hold on. Let me bring it back down to earth.
Man, where's Pete?
Pete's not showing up. Pete lost.
Pete
Didn't Pete lose a bet this weekend?
I don't know.
Didn't
Pete
he?
can't help. Pete not gonna help.
Did.
Listen, Pete is not gonna help you conduct this train.
He'll be sitting here
Didn't
saying,
Pete
"Let's
say
go
he
get
was gonna?
Baker. Let's go get
Didn't
Baker."
he? Yeah, didn't he say we were drafting a quarterback in the top 4 rounds or something like that?
I don't even
He
know.
said
That's
in
the
the
guy
third
who
round,
says
they
a
were
lot.
losing to get a
getting Kenny
quarterback.
Pickett.
Yeah.
He says a lot.
Did he say Kenny Pickett was coming to the Dolphins?
By the way,
Somebody was saying Kenny
By
Pickett
the
was
way-
coming to the Dolphins.
Alex, your take on Skyler was no better. By the way, When you say that
Skyler,
he's gonna over
two things.
no.
Number one,
Alex had a
when it
blasphemous
comes
take
when it
saying
comes to
that
seventh
Skyler
round
is gonna.
picks, when it comes to seventh round picks, it doesn't mean that they're going to start. You don't
No, I
draft
know.
7th round
Yeah.
picks to start. But his player comparison is Taysom Hill, and if he turns out to be a good special teams player and somebody who can come in and be a third string quarterback and somebody who can like we saw what Taysom Hill was to the Saints.
Right.
Skyler shows that comparison. So if the Dolphins said in the 7th round, screw it, I'd rather have somebody like this who can affect our team rather than drafting an O lineman that we can go out and get an undrafted free agent where we might not be able to get
Zach
Skyler.
Tom, the guy I wanted, Zach Tom
a
got taken
seventh
by
round
Green
pick
Bay.
is literally
The guy I
somebody
wanted,
that you
Zach
don't
Tom,
want
the
to compete
center.
for.
The center, Zach Tom, got taken by Green Bay like shortly after. He's a beast. My God.
But if he's such a beast, why did he get drafted in the 7th round?
He didn't get drafted in the 7th round. He got drafted right after we drafted the wide receiver.
In the 4th
He got drafted
round.
in the 4th.
So hold on. So Epps.
Because this was a heavy O-line draft, Steven.
Epps.
It was
you
not.
upset?
Dude, the second that's not true because the
That is
third
not
and
true
fourth,
whatsoever.
the third
There
and
was two
fourth,
great centers on the board in the 4th.
Dude, there was two great centers on the board in the 7th. Donovan West and what's his face? The guy from Boston College. And both of them were undrafted.
Steven, I'm noticing a pattern here with Epps. Epps, are you mad that we didn't pick the people that you thought were great evaluations?
No,
Is that why you're mad?
No, let me explain this, okay? We have a coach from Boston College. He didn't draft Lindstorm. There must be
Clearly
a reason why,
he did
Steven.
not think that.
Let me finish, please. There must be a reason why, okay? He knows the kid. He didn't draft him for a reason, okay?
I agree.
Now, all emotions aside, let's say the draft was a C-, okay? Tyndall, I'm not as high on Tyndall as you guys, but we did address that position. Drafting a wide receiver, whether you think he's the next Debo or the next, is preposterous.
Okay,
I guarantee that guy will start in 2 years.
I pray on everything. I pray on everything that what's the kid's name? Say his name.
Eric Izumukama.
I can't say his name, and I do a morning show. Okay, I'll learn it.
But
But I pray that this kid balls out and becomes a Pro Bowler. Just so much
Epps,
that I hope you know. Come up here and
but hold on, let's go back to
Tyndall. Chris Greer knows what he's doing.
What are you saying about? What are you saying that my thing about what now?
Oh,
I had a call.
I'll get with you on Skyler in a second because you said Skyler could supersede Teddy B.
I said it could be a possibility that he could succeed Teddy B. I said he won't. I said he could.
He's not.
But no, he can't.
But maybe,
not even a possibility.
But maybe not.
And he'll leapfrog.
It's a possibility, but maybe not. But here's the thing. But here's the thing.
He'll leapfrog too. Get out of here with that statement.
Izumukama actually, in my opinion, I think he's going to be starting next year. He will start next year as a slot.
I want to say this about.
But hold on, Epps. What makes you not high on Tyndall? What makes you not high on Tyndall? He's
say that unpolished when he was a backup in college.
That's what coaching is for.
Dude, that team was stacked.
And Epps, let me tell you something. Hold on, Epps. Well, 1 second, bud. There have been plenty of players in the NFL that were backups in college that became all pros
that
in the,
Georgia defense
in
was
the NFL.
So stacked. I get that.
Exactly. He was not a starter on that defense, and he still was ranked number 3 in tackles on that
plenty
defense.
of backups.
No, Vaughn, I think he's going to be good. Vaughn.
But Epps, he was ranked number 3 on that defense as the linebacker.
Vaughn,
and he didn't start.
Vaughn, let me be real for a second. Vaughn, let me be real for a second. I think he's going to be very good. But here's my thing. I think we have a Super Bowl caliber team right now. I do not think I do not think Channing starts right now. I do not think Eric starts right now, unless we get rid of 3 wide receivers. I don't think either one of them are starters, man.
Eric is not a starter, but at the same time, we have positions.
Who do you think is going to start at middle linebacker?
For you to say Tyndall is not going to be a starter,
do you think Roberts
Tyndall is not going to be a starter, and you comparing him to Baker? One, he's bigger than Baker, and he's just as fast as Baker.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
Say that again. My bad. I'm sorry.
He's bigger than Baker.
Baker who? Who we talking about?
There's only one Baker.
Jerome Baker.
Yeah. He's bigger than Baker, and he runs a 4.4, so he's just as fast as Baker. Yes, he's raw.
But he can't cover.
That's what
That's not
coaching is
true.
about. That's his
That's
only,
not true.
that's his only issue. Hold on.
That's not
No.
true. They actually labeled one of his
No.
strengths as a cover linebacker.
Does
No,
Baker
no,
cover?
he actually
that's
he's actually bad in
actually a
coverage.
cover
He's not that great in coverage.
Bad in
He's
coverage.
great.
You do not know your homework, man.
He's
Don't say
great.
something if you don't know it, man.
Epps. He's great at filling the holes and reading the play and diagnosing the play.
He hits the
right?
hole.
And
He's
yeah,
like
Baker good at
so
covering.
He
so
hits the hole.
one
Have that Jerome Baker
coaching. No, Jerome Baker gets lost in the wash. That's why
Coaching
Jerome
did
Baker
not-
can't play middle
coaching did not
linebacker.
make
Epps, don't say that. No, Jerome Baker can't play middle linebacker because he's too small and he gets lost in the wash. He gets washed up.
And what we're not going to do, or what I won't allow to happen anyway, is to have outrageous takes on Jerome Baker, who's been our leading tackler for the last 3 years on this team.
He's definitely a beast, but
No, I'm
he's
saying
not
Jerome
a
Baker's good. He
coverage
just can't cover
linebacker.
well.
He's
He can't
not,
cover
but
well.
He's great at outside.
we
but
know
he's
his
not great at
we
middle.
know his limitations. And you know what,
for sure.
Tyndall, along with Baker, bro, come on, man.
That's
Come
what
on.
that's what you.
That's
have
a
to envision.
solid linebacking core.
So
Solid.
Tyndall is going to start this year because Landon
I don't
Roberts
think
is not the. Hey, newsflash: Landon Roberts is not that great.
Landon Roberts is way better than Tyndall.
No
That
way.
is-
Oh
that
my
is a
God,
lie.
that's a butt. That's a
That is a
butt.
lie.
You're telling me
Listen.
NFL?
Oh my God.
No.
Listen, there go that wave.
No,
Coming
here's
out
what
of
I'll
college.
here's what I'll say.
There go that wave carrying you out again.
Tyndall's ceiling is higher than
He's better than a Landon Roberts.
hold on,
who's
bro.
A veteran in NFL.
Hold on, bro. Tyndall's ceiling is higher than a Landon Roberts' best year he's ever had in the NFL.
Now, who's better?
Easily.
Right now.
Easily.
Right now, who's better?
I mean,
Tyndall.
Off athleticism alone,
Tyndall.
College is better than NFL vet.
I'm nervous.
That's how trash Roberts is.
Hold up. I'm nervous. I'm nervous to say that right now.
Jesus, take the wheel, please.
Please have him take the wheel because you're all over the place right now.
And
Give
Skyler's
Jesus the
better
wheel.
than Tua, right?
College guy's better than NFL pro.
You've been saying it all morning.
It's not comparable.
Skyler's better than Tua.
That is not
Yeah,
comparable.
bro. He did actually say Skyler was better than Tua.
Exactly, but these are the same. Hold on. This is the same guy. Hold on.
Skyler's not better than Tua.
Hold on.
He can be better than Tua.
No, but you're the same guy that said Pickett was better than Tua, and Pickett is
He
coming out of college. Okay,
QBs.
What are you talking about? Hold on. You being a hypocrite.
You're literally saying the same
so
thing.
Bad. Tua's so
No,
bad.
your statement is hypocritical.
Tua's so
Stop
bad.
it.
My neighbor's better than him.
Bro, what you're
Stop being a
saying is
hypocrite.
what you're saying is a linebacker out of
No,
college.
you're being emotional. Your emotions are making you make hypocritical because his emotions are making him make hypocritical statements.
You can't talk to people like that, Bonjo.
Tua's so bad, but has
My
better
neighbor
stats
is
than
better
Josh
than
Allen
Tua.
had in this year too.
You do know Landon Roberts.
When your emotions,
You do know Landon
Steven,
Roberts
when your
is a special
emotions
teams linebacker,
cause you to
right?
make nonsensical, hypocritical statements such as that, where you once say a college person cannot be better than an NFL pro, but you're saying that Tua is an NFL pro. He's been a pro. This is year 3, and a college person is going to be better than him? Come on.
Vaughn,
Right,
listen,
What are we talking about?
Vaughn, listen,
Let alone a
I'm saying-
7th round
I'm
pick.
saying Tua is
Let
so
alone
bad.
a 7th
I'm
round
saying
pick.
Tua is so bad that yes, Kenny Pickett and Malik Willis are better than him.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
did you
saying
know that?
I'm saying that your hate and your
I'm
emotions
saying this,
have
that
you
Tua
got
didn't
these
have an
glasses
O-line
on
and no
that you can't
receivers
see straight. Come
to
on, man.
succeed,
Come on.
right?
I'm not high on Tua, but at the same time, come on, man. We're not doing
All right,
this.
hold on.
Hold
on, guys.
Tua didn't have no receivers
in the
no
chat,
O-line, right?
In the chat right now, I'm putting
Come on
a poll. I'm putting a poll question in. Who is better at this very moment? C. Tyndall or E. Roberts? And we'll see who thinks. There's 120 people watching right now. Let's see who
And 100
people
of them
think
are
is better.
homers. They're not using their head.
I'm trying to figure out when did Landon Roberts become this Pro Bowl linebacker?
I want to hear
That's what.
you.
Listen,
But he's not a college linebacker either.
Oh, he was a special teamer in New England / fullback.
Professional.
He played.
Why are we acting like a
fullback.
Landon Roberts is just some?
He was a trick.
Like what?
because
Tyson,
some people are making emotional
God,
statements.
He was the Taysom Hill of fullback.
I mean, I like.
Nobody
I
says Landon
mean,
Roberts.
I like the Landon Roberts,
Bobby
but I like the
He's a
Landon
Pro
Roberts,
Bowler,
but he's
man.
not a starter.
He's
not a
not
starter.
that
I
good.
mean,
It's
I like the
Landon
Landon Roberts. Don't get me wrong.
Landon Roberts, bro.
Landon
Like-
Roberts
like-
is
he's not a
perfect.
starter.
Landon Roberts
be
is
real.
perfect to get on the special teams and run down the field and make tackles. That's all he's good for.
And he's a good locker room presence.
We
He's a
don't
good
need to
locker room.
describe
I
Landon
got
Roberts.
something to lighten the
Landon
mood up, though.
Roberts.
I got
There's
something that can lighten the
nothing
mood, though.
special about
Hey,
this.
let me
He
let me.
hits hard
I will
and gets
tell you
hurt.
this.
That's it.
What I thought we were going to argue about today was not a Landon Roberts.
It's not Landon
Kidding.
Roberts.
I didn't think we were going to talk about him this morning,
What?
but okay.
Hey,
That's
But
why
again,
I
hey,
opened it up.
actually,
I cannot take
We
blasphemous
need to
statements
address the
off emotions.
linebackers, but we
hey,
got
I got
good
something that can lighten the mood,
linebackers.
guys.
What?
I got something that can lighten the mood. All right.
Nobody
I got something
cares
that can
about
lighten
the
mood.
Mets. If you say something
No,
about the
no,
Mets, I'm
not the
kicking you off.
Mets. How
Go
about
Mets.
how
Go
about
Mets.
how about the trade between the Eagles and the Titans?
I
That
don't care about
shocked
that.
For
Hey, I
AJ
don't care
Brown.
about
For
that.
AJ
We're
Brown.
not
That
even
was
in our
that
division,
shocked
man.
me.
That
We're
was
sticking in
That
wild.
the
shocked
NFC,
me.
dude.
Oh,
That was shocking.
Epps, calm down. It is
Alex
something.
is so
That
far
was
off the
shocking.
Super Bowl, man. Alex is so far off the Super Bowl. He's in the NFC, man. I don't
Yeah,
get it.
I'm still
What?
stuck
What
on
is
these
this
Landon
guy
Roberts.
saying?
I gotta go.
Listen, Vaughn, can I respond to what
What
Vaughn
is
said?
this
Listen,
guy
But
I
saying?
Epps,
want to talk to Vaughn.
AJ
Vaun,
Brown
Hey, I'm trying to lighten
leaving.
the
Really,
mood up a
Whack
little bit.
Jones? Really, Whack Jones?
Vaughn,
I
Vaun.
know you're
AJ
not
Brown
talking.
leaving the AFC helps us, by the way.
Listen,
Just
Yes,
Tindall.
it
FYI.
All right,
does.
Tindall.
Actually, yes,
So
it
All right,
does
does.
I'll agree with you.
Hollywood.
Okay, listen, Vaughn. I'll accept the
Oh,
Tindall
Hollywood
pick.
Brown
Okay,
too. Yeah.
I would have
That's the
rather
first thing
dropped
I
Leo
thought of.
Chanel, but that's me. Okay, but the Tindall pick is okay because he'll be able to go on special teams. Regardless, drafting that wide receiver was not a good idea. Okay, I don't care if he
Why?
was the best on the board.
Not mad
God,
at
this
you.
guy is like a parrot, dude. He just keeps talking while I'm talking. Listen, man, let me finish. All right. Now,
Oh my
listen, Vaughn.
God.
Now, the
Epps.
wide
Polly
receiver,
want a cracker?
there's a thing called needs, Vaughn. Okay, we did not
Jesus
need a
Christ.
wide receiver at all. So drafting that wide receiver was a waste of a pick. Is Skyler better than Tua? Absolutely not.
I don't know if
Okay,
it was a waste of a pick.
me and your opinions on Zakondre White are completely different. That's fine. You have your opinion, I have mine. But I'm saying drafting a wide receiver was a bad move by management. We have 10 on the roster.
Was it though?
We should have listen, with a super caliber team that we have right now, we should have put depth on the O-line.
Who would
Period.
you have took?
Zach
Hold on.
Tom.
Hold on.
Zach
How much
Tom.
depth do we need? How many offensive linemen do we have?
Time out. Greer for the last 2 years,
Three.
for the last 3 years, okay, has gone O linemen, okay? He's drafted 5 or 6 O linemen, okay?
Made the Pro Bowl.
Since hold on, I'm not
So
done.
yeah, let's
Epps.
draft another one.
Okay. Since
That's the Pro
2020,
Bowler.
since 2019 or 2020,
Hold on,
since
Epps. Let him
since he
finish.
took over,
Epps.
okay? You're not going to sit here and tell me that all 5 are trash or not
Jackson's trash,
are not going to hit.
Meikenberg's trash.
I agree.
No,
They've had no
that's
coaching.
wrong, Epps.
One.
Because let me tell you something. The coaching
You
that we've
just
had
got
here
done
the last
saying
couple
that
years,
Tua didn't have the
Epps,
O-line.
Epps,
the last
Epps,
couple
Epps,
years
failed.
the coaching
Epps, you're
staff
being
that
a
we have
parrot.
had here for the O line for the last couple of years have been absolute garbage.
Epps, you're
The
being a
coaching
parrot.
for the O line have been garbage. Now we actually can see what these kids are actually good at by bringing in the guy from Boston College and the guy from the Chargers that turned
We
around
do
the O
understand
line
the guy from
in
Boston
LA.
College is
Hey,
better
Okay?
coach in the NFL.
Epps.
Liam
Epps.
Eichenberg is
Hey,
a high
Epps.
draft pick. Austin
Epps.
Jackson is a high draft pick.
Hold on one second,
Okay, Michael
Alexander.
Dieter.
Epps, my
I know
wife.
you guys are going to say
Epps,
Laramie
no,
Tunzel, but
Epps,
whatever.
Epps. My wife said you need to use your inside voice. She's working in the other room. She said,
Yeah.
I swear to
Yes,
God, she
ma'am.
just said that in the
Okay.
Facebook message to me. She said, inside voice, Epps, inside voice.
Tell her I said yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I love
God.
you, Epps. Just so you know, I love you.
These kids are high draft picks. So you're not going to sit here and tell me that all 5 are trash, okay? Now, if 3 out of the 5 or 6 hit, that's successful in my opinion. Okay, Austin Jackson has a chance to be reborn here by starting at right tackle and battling Liam Eichenberg at the right tackle position. Okay,
And
now
and no
at the
Igbenogany's gonna be
Michael
player-
Dieter
he's gonna be comeback player of the
at
year.
center has a chance to become a Pro Bowl center with this coaching staff. I'm not going to say that he will be. I'm saying he could be. He could be. He
Life
might
just got a
be.
lot easier for
You know, you got to get. You can't. You got to give these kids a chance because they are high picks. You got to
Tell
give
you the
them a chance to develop,
Elon Musk
and you got to
could
give them a
send
chance
me
to
$1 million.
succeed
I doubt he will.
Hold on,
with
Epps.
these coaching staff.
Tell you the truth, I wouldn't want another rookie on this O line.
Thank
Tell you
you,
the truth,
Bonjo.
because I'd rather we address it in free agency. Because I'm pretty sure there's some veteran centers out there that could be impactful. and
We're
could
gonna
come in
sign
and be
JC
impactful.
Treader. I don't think we
JC
are.
Treader is one of them, but
I don't think
we'll
we're
see
gonna
what
sign him.
happens.
Okay, that's
If we
that's your
don't,
thought
then
process.
we don't, then we
But
don't.
we find another center.
If we
That
are
could-
going for JC Treader, then okay. Then
Epps,
Uzama still was a bad pick
you're
because
being a
guess
parrot.
what? Spiller was there.
That's you're
Spiller
being a
was
parrot.
there.
You're being a
Spiller
parrot,
was
Epps.
Spiller was not there.
Spiller, but
He was
Epps,
not
the
there.
running back,
Easily.
the
We could've
running
traded
back
up
position
easily.
this
We
year
had
was
the
a
capital
crapshoot.
shot.
Epps. The running back position was not that good.
Wait.
Hold on. I just want to make sure that Epps understands if anybody interrupts him while he's talking, he cannot complain.
No, let me ask
That's
Epps
true.
this. Epps, do you believe in Tua?
What would we have traded?
Absolutely not.
You
Well,
don't believe
no,
in Tua?
hold on.
Wait.
I like Gavin's question. What would we have traded, Epps?
Literally, what would we have traded?
That's
We
my
could've
question.
traded,
Epps wanted to use the capital.
What would we have traded?
That
We have
that we
7
can
picks
use
next year, man.
Oh, listen. Okay,
Next
listen.
So you're
year.
gonna wait.
So-
Hold on. You
better
guys
so
draft.
you
a
don't
better
believe in
draft
Tua.
class for this?
You don't believe in Tua,
I
but
would've
we can
traded
take
one-
that capital.
I would have traded.
my
Listen,
God.
I would have traded our 4th round pick. I would have
Oh my
traded maybe
God.
a 3rd, and I would have moved up and got Isaiah Spiller. Simple.
You're
Boom.
crazy.
This draft class sucks.
You're crazy.
Epps,
Wait,
come
let
on.
me- so
Oh
you're
my
so
God.
you're
This
willing
draft
to
class
use
sucks.
you're willing to use our capital next year.
So
Okay.
Spiller
On a
runs for
better,
that.
on a much better and deeper draft, I might add, Rashawn.
Spiller
On a
runs
much
for that.
better.
Much
You guys are
deeper.
gonna be like, oh man,
Exactly.
But my thing
Epps.
is, if Tua doesn't pan out this year, I agree that we're going to use that capital to go after a
You guys have
quarterback.
been saying
So
that for
you're
3 years.
so you're willing, so you're all in on Tua. So you would use that capital to go get Isaiah Spiller.
I'm not. You don't have to get a 1st round pick to get Isaiah Spiller, man.
I'm not.
What do you think
I'm-
the system
I'm-
works like, dude? You think I'm
Capital is
giving a
capital.
goat for a rabbit,
Wait.
dude?
Capital
much of
is
a difference-
capital.
How much of a
Listen,
difference?
Dude, you have
If
no
you're
idea how to
trading for
negotiate.
if you're
with Chad.
trading
I'm
for
sorry,
a
dude.
third if you're trading for
How
a
much
third
of a
round pick
difference
this
do you think
year,
Isaiah Spiller makes? With Raheem Mostert, Chase Edmonds, and Myles Gaskins as our running backs, how much of a difference do you think Isaiah Spiller makes?
Huge.
he's a
Myles
starter.
Gaskins
Wait,
is
he's a
garbage.
starter.
He's not garbage. He's been a
Chase
starting
Edmonds
running
is
back
injury
for
prone.
3 years.
Raheem Mostert's injury prone. Do you guys understand our running back room is full of injury prone, riddled people?
You got a point.
I don't think you
So,
understand
hold
that
on.
we go by
1 point for
committee.
Epps.
So no, that's not a point because what happened? What did
I
Mike
love this song,
McDaniel?
Level 2
What
Dude.
did Mike McDaniel do when their running back room got depleted from injury in San Fran?
He took people off the practice squad and made them go.
No, he used Depot.
Yeah, he did use
And,
Debo,
and,
yeah.
and all,
But no, what about that
and-
Wilson kid? What about they had like 4 guys that I
oh,
remember
and
I
F,
took
by the
on
way,
He said he
Elijah
used
Mitchell
Debo.
was a 7th round pick. Elijah Mitchell was a 7th
Sellers
round
in
pick, and he had
fantasy.
damn near
I'm
1,000
telling you right
yards.
now, San Fran had like
Swear
3
jar.
guys. San Fran had 3 guys
Oh,
off waivers.
I'll pay you
off
Friday.
waivers in
Steven.
fantasy that I took and put on my team, and they were starters, man. from
So
the
are you
practice
basically
squad.
emotional on fantasy football?
No, I'm
Yeah, I
just
think he
saying
is.
that that was a point towards what your question was.
Exactly. So they still had one of the best running games in the league because again, we have a coach that specializes
Because
in
they had a
running.
great O line, man.
Hey man, come on, stop being a parrot.
All right.
So
All right, Bone.
we have a coach that specialized in O-line and running backs. We brought in nothing but linemen and running back coaches. I'm pretty sure they could create a hole in this running game for multiple people to run the ball.
Armstead who's going to play 8 games. We have Connor Williams. We have Connor Williams who's riddled with penalties and a bunch of rookies. Why did we not put
He had
depth
one
on the
bad.
O-line?
Stop that! No, hold on. No, you're
Oh
not
my
gonna say
God.
Connor Williams is riddled with penalties. That's one year, one blasted year.
I don't think
Von
this guy
Joe.
So if you're gonna
understands
talk
our
about
Joe.
doing research, you go do your research.
Von Joe and Epps. Let me
He
ask you a
had
question.
1
Epps.
year with penalties.
Epps.
One.
Epps.
Somebody murdered somebody.
Who was
He
the
said,
offensive
hey,
line
let's
coach
let
in
this guy
Dallas?
free. You only murdered one
No,
guy.
no. If you're gonna do that,
was the
he had
offensive line
1
coach in
year,
Dallas?
and all of a sudden he's riddled with penalties. Don't do that. Come on.
Who was the offensive line coach in Dallas, by the way, Epps? Answer my question.
Name it.
I have no idea.
Joe Philbin.
Joe Philbin.
Oh, Joe Philbin.
Enough said.
Enough said. Exactly. I rest my point.
Hey,
Joe Philbin is a
Green
good
Rat.
O-line
What's
coach.
Green Rat?
Believe it
Can
or
you
not,
bring
our
some?
best O-line was under Joe
But
Philbin.
let me ask you a
Our best
question.
O-line was under Joe Philbin, Alex. That you
And,
just
Actually,
made
no,
my
it wasn't.
point.
It was actually
and
under
one of
Adam
the
Gates.
reasons why Connor has
Adam
so many
Gates.
penalties is because that Dallas O-line, he had to make up because they had a lot of injuries on that O-line.
Tyron Smith
That seems like
missed
Zach.
half the year. Tyron
Come
Smith
on,
missed
man.
half the year. Zach
I mean,
Martin
what are we
missed half
talking
the year.
about right now?
They
Come on,
also
man.
had
Epps,
veterans
come
like
on.
Martin. They had what was the other
Hey,
guy?
They
by
were
the-
injured, Epps. They
By
were
the way,
injured.
all right,
Yeah,
hey,
but they still
hold on,
gave
guys.
knowledge
Hold
to
on.
rookies.
Two
Alex.
things. Alex and calm down, everybody. Two things. Number one, who is better at this very moment, Channing Tindall or Landon Roberts? 71% say Tindall out of 59 votes so far. So it's overwhelming that
close.
Tindall is the better.
Yeah.
Now,
We'll see. I mean, hey.
number two, let me bring on somebody who just came on. What's up, Green Rat? How are you, brother?
Green Rat, what's up,
How's
man?
it going, guys? To kind of make this conversation a little more pleasurable.
Hey, by the way, hit that like button.
I'm being attacked up here today, Green
Like
Rat.
and
Are you coming after me?
I know. Well, I am kind of maybe to make you a little happier. Remember, Greer and McDaniel said that multiple times they tried to trade up, but no teams wanted anything to do with us. So you're talking about a running back or this or that you thought maybe earlier in the draft. Well, they were trying to make some moves. It's just nobody would mess with us. So
I know that. I'm in my emotions. I'm always in my emotions. And another thing is,
Thank you for admitting that you're making emotional statements, sir.
I did hear Greer say that. I did hear Greer say he's not done making the team better, which is very promising for me.
Jeez, please,
yeah,
man.
it's not. I mean, and another thing is this, guys. This year, the running back room was not that great this year for the draft. So
my whole
it was
thing
not deep.
Is the narrative. The
next
narrative
year,
that we ace this draft is preposterous.
You know, a B is not an A, right?
What? No,
next year
it's a D. We got a D.
Next year is the year of the
We got
running back.
You're giving us a D because you're very emotional.
We have an A plus. We got Tyreek Hill. Name a player that in this draft that's better than Tyreek Hill.
D plus.
But nobody's saying that we aced the draft, but we didn't get a D either.
Let me ask you this: Do you know when? Would you just ask me about Tyreek Hill?
I said, who's better out of this draft? Who is better than him in this draft?
No, but I mean, nobody's proven
then it's
better.
an A plus. A plus already.
You can't say somebody's better because nobody's proven. Just like you can't say Tindall's better than Landon Roberts because he's never hit the NFL field.
Bro, it's Tyreek Hill. It's an A.
Bro, okay, Tyreek Hill. I just said that. I just agree with you. I'm just saying your point just made my point that you can't say Landon Roberts is not better than Tindall when Tindall's never even hit the NFL field.
It's a Landon Roberts.
It's better. Yeah, I agree. You're right.
Okay. All right.
If you think Landon Roberts is a better player than Channing Tindall, then I'm sorry.
Alex,
God can only God have mercy in your soul.
Yeah,
I pray for you.
You thinking the Mets are going to go to the World
You know
Series?
what?
God have mercy on your soul.
Steven, wait, watch this. You are correct. Hold on.
We actually have the best
Listen, I don't care
record
about
of
the Mets
baseball.
or baseball, but listen, you are correct. At this moment, before our coaches have put hands on Tindall and has gotten him into camp and has worked him out, guess what? Landon Roberts is better than him.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, because he does not know our playbook, he does not know our system, and our coaches have not put him into the system.
That's what I've been saying for the past 20 minutes.
That's a fair point.
I'm
you
not
are
saying,
correct.
That's a fair point.
I'm not saying he can't be better.
That's a fair point.
I'm going to say at this moment in time, because camp has not started yet, and he has not have our playbook
That's
yet.
a fair point, Vanjo. I agree with you.
So you are correct.
I can agree.
I concede to that argument.
I can agree with that too. Yeah.
At this moment, but by the preseason game, he'll be way better.
It's a different story.
Agreed. I agree. I agree with you, Vanjo.
By preseason, he'll be way better.
Okay, Vaughn, at training camp, we'll readjust this, is what I'm saying. But I'm saying right now, you guys saying Tindall is better than Landon Roberts is crazy.
Not right
listen,
now.
I'm saying that because he doesn't have our playbook, he doesn't have our system, and our coaches have not coached him up yet.
I took that all into effect. You guys were the ones that were saying
I will
he was
concede
better.
at this moment at 10:50 a.m. on May 2nd. You're right.
I agree.
Hey, dude. Hey, even a blind squirrel can find a nut.
But by Cinco de Mayo, Hey, he could be better than Landon by
No,
then.
I do like Tindall, man. He's fast. He's sideline to sideline.
Just
This guy's-
FYI.
Hey, don't flip flop. Don't flip
No,
flop.
not flip flop. I'm gonna give you my take on the guy. He's
Only
sideline
I
to
can.
sideline.
Only I can
He's
flip flop.
fast. He can blitz, but Jerome Baker does the same thing. And Tindall
From
can't.
the
He's not
outside.
good. He's not good at covering. If the coaching staff can't get a hold of him and help him get better in coverage, then he could become great. I do agree with that. And he's going to be an unbelievable special teamers running at 4-4 with linebacker ability. I mean, the guy's going to be unbelievable. Plus, he's a converted running back.
You're missing one key thing.
What,
Epps,
did
you're
he
missing
used to
one
be a
key
running
thing.
back?
I'm not sure, but Baker can't blitz from the middle. He could blitz from the outside, but he cannot bring the heat from the
He's
middle.
a
He gets
great
washed.
blitzing-
He gets caught.
he's a great
He gets
blitzing
caught up in the
linebacker.
wash. Tyndall could actually blitz from the middle.
I disagree.
He has the body
man.
to
Baker's
handle
a
the
great
middle.
middle linebacker at blitzing. I disagree.
What are you talking about? How
I
can you
disagree.
disagree with that?
What?
Dude, he's the
What?
best middle linebacker. He's such a dude. He's the best. Did you see what he did to Patty Mahomes?
Patty Mahomes. I love how you call him.
Well,
Patty.
hey, but
Did you
Epps,
just say
that was
that?
from the outside. I hope you know that. That was
Did
from
you
the
just say
outside.
Jerome?
He's not up at the outside, Alex.
That was the outside. That was
Tape
from the
again,
outside.
Baker
Are you
was
okay,
absolutely
Vonjo? Vonjo, are
Baker
you
was
okay?
horrible. No, because I'm not okay because these takes are not okay.
I'm not
the
okay.
tape showed Baker was struggling. Baker was struggling in the middle. That's why Flores moved him back to the outside. He started balling, and he even thanked Flores for moving him back to the outside. So what are we talking about? That he was a great middle linebacker. Landon Roberts would not be on our team if he was a great middle linebacker.
Vaughn, I think
you know
it's
why?
clear.
Baker signed a huge contract
Vaughn,
to be a
Vaughn,
linebacker.
I
And
think
guess
it's
what? We
clear at
still
this
moved
point.
him to the outside
I
because
think
he
it's
could
clear
not
at
play
this
the
point,
middle.
Vaughn, I think it's clear at this point that Flores sabotaged Tua, sabotaged our entire team.
Oh
So
my
I wouldn't
God,
do anything
Greg.
he said, dude.
I mean, Epps, I love you.
I can't.
I love you.
I
Epps.
cannot. I
Alex,
cannot.
did
I cannot.
Flores not sabotage Tua? Alex,
I cannot. Where
Flores
is
not sabotage Tua.
You know, I'm
We
done.
are
I'm
not.
done with this. I'm done with the
Hold on.
sabotaging.
So
You know,
Flores sabotaged Tua, but at the same time, you still
But I
say
don't
that
think
Tua's trash.
I don't think
Even though he was
he
sabotaged.
set him. He put him in the right position.
This doesn't make any sense. No, this
I'm
doesn't make any sense.
I'm really
I can't.
confused.
I cannot. I cannot.
I am
I
confused.
cannot. I
All right,
cannot.
Vaughn,
Epps is
okay,
moving his
Vaughn.
own goalposts.
I'm done.
Epps, you're moving your own goalposts. I don't even know if you're playing football anymore. I don't even know what sport you're playing. I think you're playing rugby.
He's playing cricket.
Exactly.
Cricket.
I
Listen,
don't know anymore. I truly
like I
don't
said,
know.
all right. All jokes aside, I came on to make everybody laugh. But all jokes aside, listen, man. Skylar's
You
not
didn't
gonna
make
be-
anybody laugh, Epps. You made Bonjo frustrated. He's getting
Skylar's
older
not-
as he's
No, but I got
he's growing
You
gray
see it.
hairs.
You
He's
see
growing
it.
gray hairs.
No, but Vaughn wasn't going to come on the show and
Hey,
and we got to
That's
see his
true.
beautiful. We
That's
got to see
true.
his
You
beautiful
did-
face today, man.
You did hook Bonjo and reel him
So-
in.
Hook, line, and sinker, Vaughn. Dude, he came right on.
Hey,
dude.
hey,
Remember
Line and
that?
sinkered.
Epps, to your point, I'm rewatching the Pat Mahomes highlights, and he actually lined up on the outside.
Steven, I gotta
I
get
was
back to
just
work.
right
throwing
tackle.
it
I
out there.
have to get
no
back to
idea,
work.
Alex. I was just throwing
For the
it up
past
there.
40 minutes, Steven,
Hoping I was right.
I've been having a conversation in circles. I don't know if anybody got anything from this conversation, but literally, guys, again, donate to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe. You just got brilliant 40 minutes of content that you would not get
Vaughn, I love
on
you,
First
brother.
Take. This
Brilliant.
type of debate, you are not getting about the Dolphins on First
Hey,
Take. This I can
Vaughn.
promise anybody watch. Hold on. I can
Hey, this
promise
is like
anybody
sure.
watching right
but
now.
better.
You are not getting this type of Dolphins debate anywhere in national media.
That's true.
So, guys,
I don't know.
please
I heard
go
Skip say
and
some crazy
donate.
stuff in my day.
Yes.
All right,
Donate.
donate
like,
to the
and
channel.
subscribe.
And you know,
Support,
and you know what,
support.
you know what's
Donate,
free?
you get to get
Steven, I
Subscribe
love
it.
you guys.
If you donate, you get
Subscribing to the
entry.
channel.
If you
Exactly.
donate, you get
Subscribe
entry
also,
into the-
guys. I
Subscribe
love
for
you
sure.
guys.
For sure.
You guys be good. Steven, I gotta go.
Hey,
Later,
bye,
BJ.
Brother, Vaughn, I love you, brother.
All right, take care. Fins up.
And if you donate, guys, you get an entry into the signed Javon Holland
Brandon
and was it
Jones.
Brandon Jones. Hey,
Yep. If you donate in
Go
increments
in-
of $5,
$5, dude, get you
You'll
that
be-
beautiful. Look at that.
I'm just saying it's pretty cool. There's a
I'm
limited
just
few. The Blitz Boys, Javon Holland and
All
Brandon
jokes
Jones.
aside, Steven, let me
I
give
like
you
it.
my
It's pretty dope.
Let me give you my final thoughts so everybody else can get on. My final thoughts are: listen, our
We're
draft.
not
went-
doing final thoughts of the day
I know
yet.
I'm going to get off so other people can get on.
Okay.
Because I don't like to, because you know what, only a little bit of me is what you can take at a time. It's like 101. You don't want to drink too much.
I like having you on. It's
But here's the thing.
No, it allows us to know how far we could go with you on. Like we could really fall off.
Here's my honest opinion on the draft. The draft is Tyndall is a project guy. He has a high ceiling. Okay, Eric, he's a good wide receiver. This guy's a really good player. I watched every highlight I could on him. I really like his play, but I just don't like the pick because we had so many other needs. With all our O-linemen and the injury concerns, I feel like we needed more depth at O-line. That's why I didn't like the pick. Okay? With that being said, that guy, the pass rusher, good. He's terrible. And then the 7th round picks, they are what they are. You know what they are. Skylar's not going to beat Tua. I mean, we know that. But, I mean, he's not going to beat Teddy either. That's crazy, too. It is what it is. I give our draft like a C, man. A C. We didn't ace it like the Jets. We didn't ace it like Baltimore. But we did okay. You know what I'm saying? And our guys have a lot of upside. But I'm not going to tell you otherwise. Our running back room is injury riddled. And I'll tell you another thing. We have way too many wide receivers on this roster and not enough O-line depth. That's the reality. With all jokes aside.
You have to add Tyreek to this draft too.
No, I know. Tyreek aside, I'm talking about the draft that we picked.
Hey, Epps, why don't you read Flipside Fishing's thing here? What does it say? Can you read it?
Yeah, I did see that too, Flip. I didn't want to say anything, but God, I
need you to read it. Read it. What does it say?
Sorry, I'm late, but I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Why does the 7th round Skylar Thompson QB highlights look better than anything Tua has ever done in his 2 years in the NFL? Good morning and fins up.
Probably because he's playing against a bunch of scrubs.
I'm not going to lie to you. His deep
Thank you for the $10 donation. And now, just so you know, Flipside, you are in twice now for the Javon Holland, Brandon Jones autographed 8x10 Blitz Boys photo.
He does highlights too, and he does look better than Tua. I'm not going to tell you otherwise.
No, he does not.
No, he does not.
Who is he playing against?
He's playing like D1 schools. D1 schools.
Who was Tua playing?
But yeah,
against?
that's the thing, Alex. That's what I put into effect. He's playing
Literally.
against D1 college guys. You know what I'm saying?
It's not comparable.
I'm just saying that his deep ball looks very beautiful.
I mean, look at his throwing motion, and then tell me that
his
looks
release
beautiful.
is great. What are you talking about?
His throwing motion looks so awkward.
His release is unbelievable. It's one of his highlights.
His
that's
release
one
might
of
be
his
nice,
pros. If you look at his
motion,
if you look at his draft profile, his release is one of his pros. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, his release might be, but his throwing motion.
I don't get what you mean by throwing.
How
motion.
he throws the ball.
Like, what do you mean?
Looks all awkward.
So Tua is a right-hander and he throws lefty. So you don't like that either, right?
Wait, what?
But there's a difference between throwing. There's a difference between throwing left-handed and
I don't
throwing
get. No,
weird.
He's telling me his throwing motion. What throwing motion? Is he throwing sideways? Is he throwing over the top?
Like
is he throwing under? Is he granny throwing it? I don't understand what you're saying, Gavin. Can you elaborate?
No, I'm saying like how his body is while he's throwing, and his mechanics. You can just tell his mechanics are not.
I didn't see that, and I still don't get what you're saying.
Elway was pigeon-toed, wasn't he? And like, I mean, you can find a knock on anybody. Let me bring in. Hold on. Let me bring in Sharif. What's up, Sharif?
Hey, Sharif.
How you guys doing? Fins up.
I actually respect this guy's opinion. I want to know this guy's opinion about the draft because I respect this guy. He does his own work.
All right, Sharif. Tell us how you feel. What'd you think about the draft?
Well, I first of all, this is the greatest community, man. The Dolphin community. We appreciate you, all the time, Steven, and all the Dolphin creators giving us a home to vent or to enlighten or to whatever is on our mind, and we appreciate
or to speak craziness, whatever it is. I give you the platform to do it.
Right.
Amen, Sharif. Amen.
And for me, I'm more aligning myself with Greer now, because I realized that what he's done with Shaq Lawson, what he's done with Vanoy, he's done it with Jordan Phillips, he's done it with Minka. What he does is he looks forward and he drafts to replace, and normally he gets better, right, than what he had. So I really still think that Gesicki is a chip to be traded because we have 6 tight ends, and I think Smythe and Hunter Long will be fine with them. And I still think that he's transitioning off of Gesicki. I know now that he's transitioning off of Eric Rowe with Brandon Jones and with Holland. And I
With the
also
guy they
know,
drafted, Javon Holland's buddy, they drafted. Yeah,
right,
Eric
and with
Rowe's gone.
Channing Tindale,
Eric Rowe's probably gone. I would agree.
right,
Did you guys
with
see
Channing,
Javon Holland's reaction to that dude being signed?
They didn't draft him;
yeah.
he was undrafted free agent. Yeah,
Well,
he was so
yeah.
happy. Yeah,
I'm saying to him
Uh,
being
So,
signed.
shout
and
out
I'm
to
saying,
shout out to Ali with the $5 donation. He said, "Not gonna lie, per the highlights, Skylar throws like rookie Dak Prescott."
I'm not going to tell you otherwise. He's right.
so are we
Yeah,
seeing a
I
trend
definitely see
here?
that. I definitely
And
see
are
where
we got to
Dak
align
Prescott can be
ourselves
compared.
with how Graham moves, right?
Mhm.
So different than Tannenbaum, Spielman. We see now how Graham moves. He replaces these guys, and he does it for the best interest of them. You see how we got rid of Devontae. Normally, we transition off of players in a good way, and we bring in someone who can do better. So I see this right now with Channing Tindale and Cameron Good. We needed a linebacker, and I wanted a linebacker, and now Landon is on the clock. Gasecki is on the clock. Obviously,
Sharif,
we
can I
see.
just ask you a quick question? Would you rather have Leo Chanel or Tindall?
Well, I'll tell you what real quick. I just want to you guys to know that I wasn't on board with Greer the way he thinks, but that's why I let you know all the players that he transitioned off, but he got better, right? Shaq Lawson, Benoit, Eric Rowe, Minka, Jordan Phillips. We would rather have Raekwon now than Jordan Phillips. So look at what Greer is doing, and don't get emotionally tied to the players. Notice what he's doing. And so I expect him.
Trying to tell a Dolphins fan to not get emotionally tied to players is like telling a crackhead not to be hooked on crack, because that's what Dolphin fans do. They get emotionally invested. I mean, that's all. I mean, let's call it, that's what 80% of Tua's fan bases are emotionally invested fans.
And Steven, some of the astute so-called draft gurus and people who have insider, they wanted Juju Smith-Schuster. They wanted running backs. On top of that, they wanted Debo, and we already have Ty. And I'm like, these are supposed to be some of the most astute people in our community, and they're like pigs in hogs pen. They want everything on top of Tyreek Hill, and it's just unrealistic. And so, we got to come back down to earth. And yeah, so that's my take. I
agree.
I
Mhm.
agree, Sharif, because pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. I
And
agree
think
with
of
that.
this now, guys. The 4 offensive coordinators that we brought in, right? And offensive line coaches, I mean. So think of this line now. You got Armstead, you got Williams, you got Dieter, and those 2 guys left of him will make Dieter better. And with the 3 better coaches in, then you got Hunt and whoever else, Eichenberg or Austin Jackson. But my
We
thing
don't know
is,
what's going on with Solomon
with,
Kinley.
with I think with better coaching and O-line coaching, I think this line can be top 15 at least, and I expect nothing worse than
Sharif, what if somebody gets hurt? What if a couple guys get hurt? What if 2 guys get hurt? Tell me that. Then what happens to this O-line?
Then I think the swing guy now is Austin Jackson or Greg Little, right? The swing
So
guy.
we're right back to last year is what you're saying.
Well,
No,
you'd
you also
rather
got the
you'd
you
rather
also got
like
the guy
Austin
we picked up
Jackson
in
to
the
be a swing guy.
undrafted free agent, the 6'7" guy that plays
We
guard and
also could
center.
have drafted Zach Tom over that wide receiver, is what I'm saying. Why not put O-line depth is what I was saying, Alex.
Well, see, this is what I was getting to. If Greer is confident in Dieter, that probably means he's confident in the new offensive line coaches he's brought in. If Dieter is somebody, we will know, just like how we will know, everyone else progressing this year, right? So I would like to see what these coaches can do with a Dieter and with a Austin Jackson at right tackle on the side of Hunt.
I agree with all that, Sharif. But what if Dieter gets hurt? What if Connor Williams gets an ankle injury? And what if Teron Armstead's out 4 to 6 weeks? Then what happens to our O-line?
that's worst case scenario. You know, that could happen.
That
What if Brady
happens
gets
every
hurt?
year. Worst case scenario happens every year to everybody.
That's not true. That's not true, Epps. That's an
You have to be
overreach
prepared
to
for
say
worst
that.
case scenario.
Yeah,
I mean, and I know it's rare. I'll give you that much, right, Epps? But you know, you go back and you point to the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl run. I mean, I don't remember any big injuries that they had that year.
But here's the thing, Steven. I can see it now. 3 of our O-line get hurt, and 2 of flops, and all the 2 in here say, well, our whole O-line got hurt.
But Epps, you're thinking worst case scenario, and that's fine. You can do that. But the problem, there's 2 problems with that. Number one, the mentality of thinking, oh my God, the world's going to fall apart. Okay.
That's how I've always thought.
And I get that. I understand that as a Dolphins fan. But the other problem,
I mean, in life, I've thought that too.
And trust me, I get it too. I understand. But the other thing to it is, okay, Epps, is instead look at it from the opposite perspective of, oh my God, what if everything comes to fruition? What if it comes right? What if Teron Armstead plays all 17 games this year?
Oh, I know. I just said to myself last night.
Do you know how crazy that would be?
Last night,
what if Connor Williams penalties decrease and he ends up getting 2 or 3 penalties instead of 15?
I believe they will.
What if the upside of, guys, say his name, the new wide receiver that we have?
Eric Uzagarmanana.
Easy-E. Just stick with Easy-E.
What if Easy-E becomes a Debo Samuel type player? And obviously, like, look at it from the opposite perspective. It's easy to look at it from the negative perspective or from the perspective of, oh my God, the world's going to fall apart. Because as Dolphin fans, that's what's typically happened for us in the past.
Yes, it has.
But I also, if you heard me at the beginning of the show, Epps, I said, you know what? It's not the pick that I would have gone with, but I like the pick.
No, I know.
And it shows you, and Steven, it shows you what they have faith in now. It actually sheds some light and spectrum on what Greer feels he has in-house in terms of depth. Because when you go and you get a good, and when you go and get Tyndale, then you're letting the fan base know we're probably fine with Dieter, and we're probably still not fine with our receivers. So we need to replace Elandon. So we're looking into Greer's brain now. Right, we're really trying to find out, and he's telling us that we're going to move off of Landon eventually. That's why I mentioned Shaq Lawson, Van Noy, Jordan Phillips, Minka. Guys, look at Greer's trend, and that's my take.
And another thing, Sharif, is I don't think Preston Williams makes this team because I saw some OTA or some voluntary minicamp footage, and he was not trying his hardest. He was lagging.
I don't know if it's about not trying your hardest, but I don't think that's a far off take that he doesn't make.
Well, he hasn't signed.
We have a lot of talent. We have a lot of talent.
I don't think
he hasn't signed his tender yet. By the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Preston's going to make this team because he looked like the least energetic guy in the voluntaries. I won't lie. I won't lie to you. I was like, man, he's just not really trying.
But you can't say that. You're not there
I know that.
every single day. You're going off of a video.
Yeah, because I was getting off my take a little, but I understand what you're saying. But Preston would be one of the reasons why they went and they got Izukama, because they still don't believe they have enough, right? Even though they have Tyreek. So we're looking into Greer's mind. We need to replace a Landon. We need to get someone behind Beagle and Van Ginkel and Tayshaun Render at edge rusher. We need those. So we do. And so we're getting into
and by the way, the undrafted free agents address this. They address some of these.
Yeah, here's the thing, Sharif. It's you make a good point because if Preston Williams doesn't work out, and he ends up getting cut, Izukama could come right in and take over his spot and just take off from there. As a third receiver.
Though, man.
Right. Also, Bowden and also Fairwhite. I forgot the receiver.
By the way,
from San Francisco.
Andrew Van Ginkel and Jalen Phillips today.
Make sure to keep the volume low, Steven, or off, so you don't get
I have no volume up here.
Fair use.
Yep. But I love
Another
seeing
thing,
this.
like
Go ahead, Sharif. I interrupted Sharif. I'm sorry, Sharif. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got 10 receivers in the room. They don't have faith in them. And they don't have faith in the linebacking core. And 2 years ago they didn't have faith in Gesicki. And 3 years ago they didn't have faith in Jordan Phillips and Minka. And this is what Greer is doing. He makes moves to
I've always
move
had faith
to
in
get
Jordan
younger.
Phillips.
hmm
I've always had faith in
The problem with Jordan Phillips was when his attitude. That was the biggest issue on Jordan
No, the
Phillips.
guy got hit
when
by
we
a car
drafted,
moped, dude. He was probably hooked on Vicodin.
well, when we drafted him. Wait, what?
I said
That's
he was problem.
don't throw that out
joking. I was joking.
Hey,
He got hooked on Vicodin.
in 2015 when they drafted him in the second round, I was actually one of the guys that was I wanted Jordan Phillips because
I did
I
too,
felt
Alex.
we needed another defensive tackle opposite of Ndamukong Suh.
I thought
And
Jordan
Jordan
was a
Phillips
steal when we got him.
was that fit. And then he started year two. He started year two with Adam Gates. Remember that front four was Branch, Phillips, Sue, and Wake. And so that was the front four. And then of course in 2018 he was cut because
Jordan Phillips never
of his
played
attitude.
with Wake, did he?
Yeah, he did. He
No,
played with Wake.
He did. Jordan Phillips
Yes,
played
he
with
did.
Cameron Wake. Really?
Yes,
This
he
is the
did.
video I was talking about. Look, watch every other guy and then watch Preston. He just doesn't look like he has the energy they do. See, look, he's walking to the line.
What we got to respect, guys, is I don't know what any other NFL team who has 2 females on the draft 24 staff member. So I heard someone mention yesterday, maybe the first 2 rounds is Greer specific, and then the next 5 rounds is the 24 men staff, and when 2 women staff on that staff as well, an Asian woman and a colored woman, and so they're doing a fantastic job on the Cameron Goods and the Channing Tyndales and reviewing what Skylar Thompson can do, and they know a lot. Trust me, they know when these guys came out of high school. That's how
Shreve,
far
do you
our
think we're
staff
gonna
is
keep
very, very good.
Shreve, do you think we're going to keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster, really?
I think I would like for my quarterback.
Or do you think Skylar's going to the practice squad?
I think I would like my quarterback to not worth $8 million. And Skylar Thompson is a future backup. He's not going to be $8 million. I'm tired of paying the Matt Moores. I'm tired of paying Jacoby Brissett, Color. I'm tired of paying $11 million for my backup.
I think he's gonna be mainly a practice guy, and then eventually he'll be Teddy Bridgewater.
He'll have to battle
That's once to my point of why they
he'd
don't
have
believe
to
in
battle
Tua. They don't believe
Stridler.
in Tua. How much you pay your backup shows
you
how
have
much
to
you
battle
how much
Stridler.
you listen. How much you pay your backup shows how much you believe in your quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay. And we
That's
pay our
not
backups
true.
a lot of money.
That is so not true.
He's in there to battle Stridler.
How much you think Patty Mahomes' backup makes, Steven?
Chad Henne, $6 million. I think he makes $6 or $7 million.
2-3 million.
Yeah.
Somebody look up Chad Henne's
$2 million
contract.
Guaranteed.
In the chat, somebody go look up Chad Henne's contract.
Chad Henne's made plenty money. Boy, if we look at how much he's made over his career.
This year, behind Patty Mahomes, he's making 2 or 3
Yeah, and by the
million,
way, you said his backup. Put some respect on that man's name, Chad Henne. Like you don't know who he is.
All right, but and my whole point about the wide receiver, the reason I don't like this pick,
Chad Henne.
because
all right, I got it right here, guys. So Chad Henne has a 2-year contract worth about $8 million. All right, he receives an annual salary of $4 million.
$4 million.
Okay. I said 6, right? I said 6.
Yeah.
Look up how much he's made over.
So it was down the middle.
Look up how much he's made over a lifetime in the NFL.
I know how much he's made.
He's probably made the most of backups ever.
His net worth about $7 million.
What's up, Roach?
His life
I don't know. Ryan Fitzpatrick's made a lot of money, hasn't he?
Hey guys, Roach is in the building.
Yeah, I'm pissed off.
What's up, Roach?
I'm pissed off, man.
But here's my thing. All right, I just want to tell Sharif one thing. The reason, Sharif, I didn't like the wide receiver pick, Eric, is because, like you said, we have 6 tight ends and we have 10 wide receivers. That's the reason I didn't like it. I just think we needed more O-line at depth, and I really like Zach Tom. I think we should have took Zach Tom.
Okay. But now you
That's
agree
it.
how Greer thinks. Greer
No,
transitions
I
off
do agree.
players
Yeah, I agree
by
with you.
stalking on youth.
I
Yes.
agree with you.
So
I'm
I
just
think
the type of
Gesicki's
person.
gone, and
I'm
maybe
just the type.
Preston is in question. Maybe even
Yeah.
Bowden is in question to be
Like
replaced.
I'm the type of person who prepares for the worst and hopes for the best. That's I've always been in life.
I'm
So I
I'm
just
not
think
gonna
that we
be
don't have.
surprised if Gesicki is gone because this is what
Oh
Greer's
yeah,
done.
I agree too.
This is
Because
what he does. Yeah.
Gesicki's a sensitive. I don't want to say it, but
It doesn't matter. Eric Rose gone. Don't you see him transitioning with
no,
Holland
I do.
and
Yeah, no,
Jones?
I
Eric
understand.
Rose gone.
Absolutely.
You guys don't
I
see the
understand what
writing?
you're saying.
Like, hey, we have to know what Greer how he thinks.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Sharif, on a lot of things you said. I always respect your opinion, Sharif. You do your knowledge, you do your homework, and I always love listening to you, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Roach. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh no, you're good.
You're kissing up to Sharif, bro. You better cut it out, man.
I
Cut
like
it
this
out.
guy. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. I like this guy. He always does his
Hey.
homework. He always knows what he's talking about. I've always liked his points. He always makes good collective arguments. He doesn't have emotions like me. He's everything I wish I could be.
I could tell you one thing I don't do. I don't go behind stage. I don't go. Yeah, I don't go behind backstage and talk about people and make fun of people and don't say it to them face to face. That's certainly what I don't do. Yeah. And I like to just say what I have to say and not be talking about you behind your back.
Yeah,
I'm not saying who does. I won't say who does
Are
that.
you calling me out, Sharif? Hey, here's the thing. I'm saying Sharif's everything I wish I could be. I'm not. Hey, listen. I'm not that type of guy.
What Ep says, he's like, I understand my shorts and my pitfalls in life. I get it. What I strive to be is Sharif is what I strive to be.
It's what I strive to be, but where I'm at.
I got where you were coming from. All right, Roach, what's up, man? Tell me what you thought of the draft.
I don't like our first pick. I thought we should have got offensive lineman first pick or trade up from Malik. That's what I wanted.
Oh man, Epps is gonna love you. Epps is gonna love.
No, I don't like Malik Willis.
Only reason, if we had a higher pick, I wouldn't have took Malik either. I would have took Kenny Pickett.
Roach, why Malik Willis? Why over
Malik Willis is just another Tua who can
throw. Here's the
cue the Tua talk in 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, I'm not gonna vote. But no,
I'm just gonna say this. I hope that Tua becomes the greatest quarterback of all time this year. I hope it happens. But it's like one of those things. Like you always order a backup. You know what I mean? Like you always have that thing in the back. Yeah, but he's an injury prone. We already know what he is.
He's had 2 torn ACLs.
Fair point. Fair point.
Right?
Fair point.
His knee popped out his mouth one day in practice. Like,
yeah,
it was
remember
bad.
when he got?
Roach, you know that they had Malik Willis was a project quarterback. He wasn't
right. He's just an example.
I've never liked Malik Willis. I've never had.
So Skyler, I'm okay with where they grabbed Skyler, right? But I'm telling you this: if they would have grabbed Kenny Pickett, if they would have somehow moved up for Kenny Pickett, I would have lost my junk. I ain't swearing today. I would have lost my junk.
Speaking of that,
here's the reason why I think Pittsburgh drafted Kenny Pickett. The reason why I think they drafted Kenny Pickett is the curse of Dan Marino.
Let me tell you.
I think it's because they've seen him every day.
No.
I think it's because Ben Roethlisberger.
Hold on.
It's Dan Marino.
Hold
That's
on,
the reason why
Alexander. Stop stealing my take. That's my take. I said that this week. I said that Saturday night on TD's live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Dan Marino out of?
I said, the Kenny Pickett deal is more of they saw what happened with Dan Marino and did not want that to happen again.
Who there is left from that time though?
No, but it's a matter of
maybe
the history of the franchise making that mistake already.
If Steven knows it, Roach, you don't think the other people, the people in the organization knows it?
They're like, well, because here's what I think, and I know people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine.
I don't think they sweated it.
They didn't at the time, But let me tell you something.
They got Super Bowls.
I truly believe this. If Dan Marino had went to Pittsburgh, they would have won like 3 or 4 Super Bowls.
I agree.
He would have had a dynasty.
I agree with that.
Yeah. No doubt in my mind. And he would go down, and he would have gone down as the greatest quarterback.
If he would have went to Buffalo, he would have had 4.
I don't know about that. But that's
Jim
neither
Kelly
here nor there.
was good, man.
Jim Kelly was good. But that's what I think about the Buffalo or the Pittsburgh situation.
That was a jab at my dad.
What I saw with the Pickett was they needed a quarterback. Mitchell Trubisky was the guy that they were going into the year with. B, they wanted somebody that they knew, and who better than the guy that's been training in your own stadium for the last 4 years. So you know his strengths, you know his weaknesses, you know what he needs to work on. So if Tomlin was better equipped to draft anybody, it was Pickett. And if Pickett didn't, and I'll tell you, if Pickett didn't go to Pittsburgh, if Pittsburgh didn't draft Pickett, then I would have been like, well, Pickett's not the guy, because if Pittsburgh didn't want him, they know him better than anybody.
That draft just made the AFC. What is it? The North way better.
Steven, quick question. All right, and if the incident, God rest his soul, with Dwayne Haskins wouldn't have happened, do you think they would have still drafted Kenny Pickett?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
100%.
I do. Absolutely.
100%.
Dwayne Haskins, regardless of a human being, he was a great human being.
Yeah, that's what I said. God rest his soul.
I don't even want to get into the football player. But what I will say is, no matter that situation, and then I'll end it. End that conversation.
Yeah,
they would have drafted a quarterback. Now, what I will say is, I really think Mitchell Trubisky was. I said this for the last month. I said, wow, I think Pittsburgh likes Mitchell Trubisky. Here's what I think. I think it'll be a quarterback battle in that camp. Don't be surprised if Trubisky wins.
Steven triggered my eye twitch.
I was actually just about to say that, Steven. And just imagine if Trubisky leads them to an AFC championship.
I don't be surprised.
My gosh.
I don't know if AFC championship, but I could definitely see a world where Pittsburgh, wins 11 or 12 games this year.
Yeah,
and Trubisky's the quarterback for them.
Yeah, I'm just saying that could that create a controversy going into next season too? I mean, with Pittsburgh,
of course. And here's the thing too, right? So here's the good thing about let's go back and look at New England all those years. New England for all those years had Matt Castle for years. Were able to, Matt Castle ended up getting that big contract in Kansas City. They had Garoppolo. Jacoby Brissett. When you draft quarterbacks every year, right? When you draft quarterbacks every year, and here's the thing I've always appreciated about the New England Patriots. Every year they draft a quarterback, and every year they get to trade said quarterback for second rounders or third rounders or fourth.
Yes.
They get draft compensation for these guys.
Investing.
You can do that with Tom Brady.
Did they get compensation? They did get compensation.
I promise you on everything. The Dolphins, had we had a better roster, would have been able to do that. Who's the guy that we had last year in the preseason that ended up getting signed to another team because he was on the practice squad?
His name started with an S.
He had a great game against Cincinnati in the third preseason game.
His name started with an S. His name was an S.
Somebody help me out in the chat. Who was the guy? Sinnett. Reed Sinnett.
Reed Sinnett,
yeah.
Yep. I think if Reed Sinnett would have been our backup last year, we could have traded him for a third or maybe
Here's the thing, though,
pick.
Steven, on that point, you can do that with somebody like Tom Brady. But here's the thing. You can't do that in Pittsburgh because guess what? As soon as Mitchell Trubisky loses 2 in a row, they're going to be screaming Kenny Pickett. If that happens in New England, they're not going to be saying bench Tom Brady.
You know what the saying is, right? The saying in the NFL is, who the most favorite, who a fan base's favorite player is, right? The backup quarterback.
Yes,
the backup quarterback.
Listen,
the backup quarterback.
My point is, you will never hear New England Patriot fans say, if Tom Brady loses 3 straight, say bench Tom Brady. That's my point.
So who do you all think had the best pick of the draft?
The Jets.
The Jets with Sauce getting him at 4 was insane.
And
then coming back into the draft and getting Johnson
later
on in the first round.
I think Sauce Gardner
was unbelievable.
But
Guys,
the funniest,
I think Sauce Gardner's
moment,
going to be a bust.
the funniest moment.
You would say that. He's not going
I
to.
think he's going to be a bust.
Don't forget Brees
You can
Hall,
say that
man.
all you want. Sauce is going to be the truth, bro.
Brees Hall.
Now, the funniest moment has to be when the Bills drafted that running back and he was all pissed off. And I don't care if the article came out later and he says he wasn't mad. That dude was pissed off.
He wanted to be a Dolphin.
Yeah, his family. You could hear his family in the background were
He-
like, "He's mad. He's mad." You could hear him.
Roach, yeah, it's funny you mention that because you could hear him. His family also said, "Be happy, be happy." He's like, "Yo, chill, chill."
And then
he wanted to be a Dolphin bad, and the Bills drafted him, and it made me so happy to see it because I feel bad for him, but my hope is that we got an inside man now on the evil side, and so maybe he plays like trash.
Maybe he plays like trash on purpose, goes to the practice squad and we scoop him.
I did notice. Besides him, I noticed every person that had a thing in their house, there was always somebody in their family that was embarrassing them, and there's always the dad or the uncle in the background, like, everybody be quiet. Like, heard it. I was cracking up every time they went in somebody's house.
That's my family every time they go out to eat with me.
All right, let me bring in Todd. What's up, Todd? How are you, Todd?
What's going on?
How are you, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'll tell my family, my mashed potatoes are cold. They're like, just shut up.
I rate the draft an incomplete. I want to see what they do with free agent centers. If they get a free agent center that's good, then I'll be happy with the draft.
He sounds like Cam.
So no, it's not.
It does. It sounds like Cam.
Well, Todd,
Yeah,
let me
it's like
ask
Cam.
you a question, Todd.
Does
Do you think that does it have to be J.C. Treader or can it be another
No.
center?
What's that one guy? I can't think of his name. Last name begins with a P. Pugliese or something like that, or whatever. You know who I'm saying. You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. I can't get names.
I can't think of his name.
I couldn't get Reed Sinnott, and I can't get this guy. I don't know what's happening.
Listen,
I haven't smoked yet this morning. That's what happened.
I wouldn't care if it's
Eat a
what's
gummy.
his name. I wouldn't care if it's Nick Martin right now. Just a veteran center who's played in the NFL, who knows how to run the system.
Yeah, I'm with you, Todd, because our O line depth is really bad.
I still think that Dieter is that dude.
Another
Yeah,
question
but
is,
see the listen, I have no problem with Dieter, but he still needs to have a little bit more development and learn how to. He hasn't had a center there worth a damn to learn from.
Alex, have you heard anything about Solomon Kinley? Has anybody heard anything about Solomon Kinley?
What is there?
I just heard he looked. I heard he looks anorexic right now compared to what he was.
Okay, that's all.
He ate himself. He almost ate himself out of the league last year.
Yeah, and I've heard he's done the opposite
What are you
this
saying,
year.
Eddie Lacy?
But I think that's
the
I'm not worried about the right tackle spot because I feel they'll figure it out with the guys they have with the coaching. I'm more worried about a center who can help the quarterback identify blitzes, identify what the defense is doing, because that's the center's job to help the rest of the O-line, the communication.
And by the way, this video of this drill with Preston Williams that I was kind of getting on Epps for calling out. Dolphins Twitter's blowing up, talking about look at Preston Williams. Look how bad Preston Williams looking here.
You want to know something?
It's a 6-second clip, y'all. Get out of here.
Hey,
Who's throwing to him?
Hold up. That injury that injury he had, the Liz Frank, for his size, it's going to be hard to come back and even be close to the same player he was.
He looks like a shell of anything. He just looks like he's not making.
Hey, have you seen any clips of ETN?
No.
He's a smaller player with the same injury.
Yeah, he's not coming back good either, I don't think.
You know, you got that Liz Frank. Look it up online real quick. Look at the pictures from it. All the metal put in his foot. It is ridiculous.
The thing about Preston is he's walking to the thing. He has no hustle. He has no energy.
Antonio Gallas Jr. says, I'm a longtime fan, Steve. I was about to say lifelong. I'm a longtime fan, Steven. Have a truck driving job, so I don't really have time to participate in the panel or the chat, but I love your show, man. Keep it up. Thank you, Antonio, brother.
That's what's up, Antonio. Hey, man.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening, man.
Drive safe out there, Antonio.
I'm sorry, but that receiver that we picked up in the 4th round, I really feel he's going to be a beast.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about him.
Hey, let me get this straight. Everybody on the panel thinks all of our picks are Pro Bowlers. Okay.
No, I don't.
No, I said Tyndall is going to start from day one, in my opinion. If he doesn't start from day one, he'll be a starter by the end of the year.
Hey,
okay,
and you would think.
And this wide receiver we got in the 4th round, he's got a lot of potential and a lot of upside, and I'm excited about him.
Right.
That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
He starts next season.
The one thing I like about that receiver, what did our receivers do last year when they caught a pass? Besides Waddle, I'm talking about our big receivers, Parker and Gesicki.
They were all underthrown, though.
They drop it?
No, they would fall to the ground less than a yard after catching it. Their body would be the yard after catch.
Do not all the throne. Stop it.
This guy breaks tackles. This guy is somebody who's physical.
So here's my only problem, though, is it seems like everybody acts like all these people we drafted came in the 1st round.
No, I'm
no, not you. I'm just saying, like, in the articles I read and in the chat when I read, it just feels like everybody forgets that we started in the 3rd.
Oh, no, but I will say one thing about Tyndall. If he would have gotten the playing time at Georgia, he would have been a first-round pick.
Real quick, side note, just for 2 seconds, let me just say this. Bro, Alexander, you see what just happened to Robinson Cano?
Yeah, he got DFA'd. Yeah. I didn't want to bring it up because...
And they're on the hook for $40 million.
Yeah.
They DFA'd him. They DFA'd him. They, essentially released him, right? And they still got to be on the hook for $40 million and don't care.
Yeah, because
that's crazy. That's crazy.
They made that trade 2 years ago for Edwin Diaz and Cano. For
by the way, speaking of $40 million, great segue, Steven. Tyrann Mathieu, Honey Badgers deals a 3-year deal worth over $40 million for 3 years.
From the Saints.
That's why we didn't sign him too much money.
Yeah,
somebody's phone is going off in the background.
It's probably Alex. He has 80 phones there, and he has the worst cell service out of all of us.
Damn.
Hey, man, I'm not at work. What are you talking about? First of all, I'm not working at this AT&T store no more because I quit. I quit because I'm moving to Texas in 2 weeks.
Did somebody say
you going to a new store?
Tour, so you quit?
Yeah.
Are you going to a new store?
Yeah, Texas. May 19th.
That's good. Good news, man. Congratulations.
Hey,
it's me. It's a garbage truck in the background because I had to pull over to
tell that garbage truck that we're trying to do a morning show.
Hey, Alex, can you fix my Apple Watch?
Tell that garbage truck to throw Tour in it.
I have to
Sharif,
every week.
Sharif, you there?
Oh, you got to get the Apple store.
Hey, what's up?
Go. You got to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm about to actually get ready to head out here and get to work, but
all
you
right,
guys.
Do final thought of the day, man.
Well, final thoughts. I cannot wait to get the rookies in, and what I appreciate about the NFL is we're not gonna feel the time until August when it was Hall of Fame game.
Yeah,
that's 2 months. We're not gonna feel that time because when rookies come in, then you're gonna get playbooks and everything. We're gonna be entertained until that time. So we're not going to feel that time.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you
are not entertained?
NFL does a fantastic job, even though they got low numbers at the draft, 10 million.
Dude, it was great. It was a good time. And everybody who went there said they had a great time in Vegas.
I know. I saw Dolph Freaky went, didn't she?
Yeah, Dolph Freaky was there.
Speaking of, real quick side note before Sharif goes, Dolph Freaky will be on tomorrow night, y'all. The ladies of Golf Fan Nation, 8 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night.
I'm going to try to catch that.
I'm going to have Dolph Freaky, 305 Sports Babe, Lucille, or Elise, Miss Fins, Pamela, and maybe even a couple of other special guests. Dude, this is the biggest Dolphin chat we've ever had. I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
Are you all excited?
Yeah, you know what?
Of course,
I actually might catch this night show. I don't usually watch night shows, but I might actually watch this one.
All right, Sharif, get out of here, Sharif. Be good.
See?
Have a good one, Sharif.
Bye, Sharif.
All right, take care, man.
Stay blessed, Sharif.
Hey guys, how many of you know Dylan from Reason Show?
I don't watch that show.
I don't watch that show.
No, I know.
I don't know him personally.
Well, Dylan has a Dolphins channel out here, and if anybody knows him, send him some positive messages. Because his last video that he said it was going to be his last one on his Dolphin channel, he actually talked about he was going to commit suicide.
What?
Why? Who is this guy? What's his name?
What's his name?
It's Dolphins with Dylan is the name of his YouTube channel.
Dolphins with Dylan?
Yep.
Why did he say
go.
commit
I gotta
suicide?
turn my iPad.
He's talking about doing it. He's talking about doing it because ever since the pandemic, everything's gone wrong with him, his life and all that. He said this is going to be his last video, and he goes, "I'm probably going to take my hands into my own life."
What is it? Dolphins with Dylan?
Yeah. Send him out a positive message so he knows he's not alone. Because I'm sure he'll go back and read the messages.
All right, I'll look for it. All right, Todd, you got to get out of here. That thing's killing me, son. Hey, that was a bad choice of words, by the way, off of the segment. But that was not what I meant to say. But Todd, I love you, brother. If you find his link, put it in the channel. All right, Inside Fishing put it in the channel. Let's go. Y'all know how I feel about depression and anxiety and
I'm the same way,
suicide.
man.
So let's go. Everybody go to his channel, throw him positive message, and support him, man. And yeah, man, we're all family here.
Absolutely.
I'm going through that myself right now. My wife, you know.
And if you're listening,
I'm going through it too. I've got to find a way to get my girl and the baby up before we end up homeless within a couple days because the landlord didn't pay back taxes. So we're losing the place, and I'm about to be homeless, but I'm not gonna go doing anything. It's just I understand where he's coming from.
Todd, I was just living off ramen noodles, man. Luckily my old lady's got a good job, dude, because I'd be
Well,
homeless.
no, I have my old lady. She has a trach now because she had a brain aneurysm 3 years ago. And she's on disability, but that doesn't pay off a lot. And we have a baby. Her grandson's staying with us because her daughter can't do it, and he's autistic.
You ever need anything, Todd? If you need to talk, man, hit me up on Twitter.
Hey, guys, put your social media links in the chat so people can reach out to you. And we're all family, man.
Anything I can do to help, man.
You guys are going to do that.
I just need to get a truck so I can drive out of town. That's what I'm trying to get, so I can get her up there to Missouri. Then I'm gonna go down to West Palm.
See if one of those tow trucks there can get you.
They're not an option.
You guys are going.
Hey! Hold on, guys.
I can't hear you. What?
Hold on, Epps.
Greyhound.
No, because we have animal. She has her service dog and other dogs.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting them all up to her mom's house. I have to figure a way to do that.
Put your social media links in the chat so people can reach out to you and you guys can talk through back channels.
Because I know somebody at Greyhound. If worse comes to worse.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Nobody heard me.
Yeah, Steven, I got you.
I don't have a social media link, but I'll go backstage. I'll put my number down. So if anybody does need to talk, also.
All right, man. Well,
hey,
look, bro, Todd, I love you, man. I hope it's all gonna work out for you.
It will. It has no choice.
But I appreciate you saying what you said about Dylan, man. We all definitely need to reach out to him too.
Oh, that truck's gone, by the way, so I can stay on for a little bit. It's gone.
Okay. Of course it does now. I'm doing final thoughts of the day because the NASCAR race comes on in 20 minutes.
NASCAR?
Let me go first, Steven.
You're in the NASCAR, bro?
I love NASCAR.
You like the stages?
I love it. I
hate the stages.
So real talk. Just
break it down.
2 seconds of NASCAR talk. I was a big fan. Like I grew up in North Carolina. I grew up on going to dirt tracks on Friday nights. I was a big Dale Earnhardt fan growing up. I remember the day Dale Earnhardt died. I remember
Rusty
how big
Wallace.
that was. And then I remember rooting for Junior for years, just absolute years. And then when Junior left, probably 5 years ago, honestly, probably his last couple of years, I didn't watch as much. And then when he left, I stopped watching really, period, because I wasn't into it every Sunday. I just couldn't get into it. And then last year, I started, really getting into Bubba Wallace and became a big Bubba Wallace fan and just enjoyed, what he was doing off the track.
My eyes twitching.
And that's okay. But I like Bubba. But then, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this year. And then I've watched every single race this year, and I'm like, dude, I've watched the Xfinity races and the Cup races, and I love Ross Chastain. I think this kid is great. I love the stages. I like the points. Dude, I'm all about it, and it's not even Bubba now. Now it's just and it really started last year when I went to the Kansas City track with Miami Sports Music, and we were on a NASCAR last year. It was cool. Our logo was on a car last year, so it was a lot. It was a lot of fun. So I just fell back in love with it over the last year and a half, and I love it now.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Matt Kenseth was the last.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for me to watch. So they got rained out in Dover. All right.
I'm gonna
Final
give you my
thought
quick thoughts. Here we go. My quick final thoughts is, like I said, C draft. I'm not going to get into the picks. I hope everybody. I'm going to tell you something, Alex. Last night I was laying in my bed because I couldn't sleep like always, looking at the ceiling, and I said, "Oh my God, if Tua does anything this year, we're going to the Super Bowl." I really believe that, and I hope that this. Oh my God, I hope this team does good. I really hope Tua makes the next step in all reality. But you guys all stay blessed. Steven, thank you for letting me on, man. I always love you guys, man.
I love you, brother.
Donate, guys, if you have it. If you don't, that's okay. Become a member, donate, just share it. That's the big thing, man. Help Steven grow. Love
subscribe and share is free. Subscribe and share
That's free,
is
man.
free.
That's free,
Doesn't
man.
cost
Trust me,
you.
you don't realize how bad you missed this show until you take the day off.
Yeah, just one like or just one sub.
I'm just
can
saying,
give you
guys.
Another sub.
You want to keep me
sub.
up here?
Yeah. So you guys all have a great day. You guys all have a wonderful week, man. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Y'all be great, man. And Dolphins
Same
up,
to you,
man.
man.
You know that. Fins up,
Same
man.
to you, Epps.
Fins up, man.
Thank you, guys.
Be good,
Take
bro.
care, Epps.
All right, later, guys.
Later. All right. Final thought of the day. Todd. No, Todd just walked out. All right. Alexander, final thought of the day.
We'll just leave it like this. Hopefully, this draft class pans out. If we end up getting 2 starters out of this draft class, I'll be fine with that. I'll be happy with that. Actually, I'll be ecstatic. But let's just hope that Tua can build off of this and have a breakout year, and then also leads to greater things like a Super Bowl. And let's see what happens down the road, man. Can't wait for the season to start. I'm going to be cheering on my boys from Texas. So let's go Dolphins and Fins up. And God bless you guys. Thanks for having me on, Steven. As always, you're definitely awesome. And hey, when did is there a tracking number or something with that or no?
I mean, it should be out to you within the week. If it's longer than that, I'll see about it. So just so you know, what Zachary does is I give him the information, which I gave him this weekend when you gave it to me. And he usually tries to send everything out usually at the end of the week. So my guess is about a week. And as far as like Cameron and stuff, Cameron takes a long time for Cameron to send out stuff. So if I know there's some people that are waiting stuff from Cameron will be sending it out to you. I promise.
If it takes longer, I might have to give you the Dallas address, the new address. If anything,
you should be good. Okay.
All right, perfect. Good. Thanks, Steven. Again, love you, man, and stay blessed. Roach, you have a good one as well. Stay blessed, my guy. You guys have a good night.
All right, man. Be good. All right. Hey, Roach, I want you to be final thought of the day, but real quick before you do, let me bring on Crypto because he's in the back room, and I want to let Crypto say something. What's up, Crypto?
Hey, what's going on, Steven D. and Roach? I missed the whole show. I woke up late, and I had to run some early morning errands. But
I wanted you to get on and at least get a final thought of the day in.
yeah, that's cool. I guess you guys probably was talking about the draft. He did pretty good. Of course, he honored Stephen, Ross and Greer honored my wishes in this off season by completely revamping the wide receiver room from top to bottom. So nothing but A pluses all around for me. As you guys already know, I was pounding the table to start the wide receiver revamps, beginning with DVP's exit. So once that started, it was all aboard. So he did pretty good. Hey, I think Tua has got something to be proud of. He knows that he really got to look over his shoulder. But if he fails, his replacement is already on the roster. So we don't have to worry about the 2 first rounds next year. We can go big with those 2 picks. So we sitting pretty good. So it's going to be a good off season. Only thing to go is but up. So there's no worries. If Tua doesn't ball out or if he balls out, it's a win-win situation because I think that kid that they did draft in the 7th round is no slouch. So he already preempted it this year. I think they're going to use those 2 picks next year for something different than the quarterback, even if Tua doesn't work out. That's what I think.
Hey, man, look, I think that's a great evaluation. I don't disagree with a lot of the stuff you said. So, hey, look, man, tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about it more in detail. But I appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad you got to get on a little bit this morning.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it. Have a good one, Rick. Have a good one, Roach. Have a good one, Steven.
Man. Later, bro.
And then one more person that's been in the back room waiting, and I want to let him on. MCJB, what's up, man?
Good morning.
Good morning, Vietnam. Some of you don't know that. Hey,
Steven, I'm gonna say the same thing Estefan said. You are ready for it. You suck. No,
I suck. I
don't
suck.
Like an hour.
Why you gonna do that to me? Why you gonna hurt my feelings like that?
Nah, I'm just kidding with you. What time the race on that?
It's on in 13 minutes on FS1, live from Dover.
I get that.
Dover,
okay. A lot of people
Delaware.
don't get cable anymore, so
I got you. Well, my final thought.
You can do YouTube TV for free trials with different emails. Yep. That's what
How many emails you got now, man?
I'm on number 2 with YouTube TV, so
I already got 10 emails.
My final thought of the day. I was going to talk about the draft for like 2 minutes, and I'm done. I promise. I was just going to say I'm not satisfied, but
you can never be satisfied. Sorry, go ahead.
Good, but I am at the same time, and let me explain. So I get like we didn't have like a good draft pick because like we didn't get the first round, second round. We did get a good linebacker. I'm not going to cap on that, and I feel like the fourth and fifth, the wide receiver. I don't think we should have gotten him, to be honest, because we've already like completed our wide receivers. Why do we need another wide receiver? And we got a running back, didn't we? What's his name? South Carolina.
Yep.
What's his name?
Undrafted. Undrafted.
Oh, is he undrafted? Oh, he was undrafted.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know about him. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care about South Carolina football like that. But all right, that's 2 minutes is up. Y'all take care. Raise hell, praise Dale.
All right, man. See you.
All right, MCJB.
I almost forgot to tell you, dude.
Well, go ahead.
No, I had this idea. I was thinking with these shirts you're getting and the autographs you're doing the drawings for, and I see people donating in Super Chat, and I'm like, damn, that sucks. YouTube's stealing his money.
They are,
right?
Yeah.
And I use and other people use. Well, this is gonna save you money, so I should help. So they have this thing called Buy Me a Coffee. Have you heard of it?
I have not.
So it's called Buy Me a Coffee, and you put the link in your chat, and they click on it. It takes them to your page, and all it says is you could donate in $5, $10, $15, or $20 increments, or you could do a custom, and it goes in there, and they can use their Apple Pay off their phone through that.
Really?
Yeah, and it goes 100% proceeds to you, to your account.
Send me the link through Twitter,
Instagram, or Twitter?
Twitter or IG, and then I'll check that out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I will tell everybody Right now, let's get five. There's how many people are watching? 80 people. 80 people are watching right now. $5 per entry. Let's get 5 people to donate $5 and get their entry in right now for the weekly giveaway. And as a matter of fact, if you donate up here, you donate on Cash App or PayPal, even if it's up here, next 5 people to donate right now, I will double your entries, even if it's up here on YouTube. Because I always do it on Cash App or PayPal. But if you want to do it on YouTube right now, I will double your entries on the $5 donation. All right? So 5 people, $5. Come on. And it gets you entered into this week's weekly giveaway, the Javon Holland, Brandon Jones autograph 8x10. It's pretty dope, this Blitz Boys thing that Zachary got made and the autograph signing. I like it a lot. It's pretty awesome.
Right? That is cool.
I know. It is pretty cool. All right, come on, guys. $5. Five entries at $5. And if you donate now, I will double your entries, even if it's on YouTube. Okay, one last thing. Want to remind you all, tomorrow, the show, I'll have Daniel Oyefusi on of the Miami Herald. We're going to go over everything that was the Miami Dolphins draft, unrestricted free agent signings. We'll go over it in more detail. It's a lot of fun. We'll also, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got a special Dolphin chat. Be on the lookout for that. Super excited about that. After the show, to my Spanish-speaking Dolphin fans, Hellfins will be on. That's actually probably going to come on at like 10 tomorrow night, so be on the lookout for that. But 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Dolphin chat, the ladies of Dolphin Nation, Dolfreaky, Elise, 305 Sports Babe, Miss Fins, Pamela, and maybe a special guest or two. So I am super excited about that. All right, we got 2 donations off of one, Von Joe, with the $10 donation. There we go. 3 more people donate. Come on now. Or we can get 4 more people to donate $5 or more. I said 5 different people, didn't I? So we'll still keep the 4, right? That's fair.
Yeah.
And so while people are donating, while 4 more people donate at least $5, why don't you do your final thoughts of the day, Roach?
So I'm happy with the draft because I don't expect instant results from the people drafted where they were drafted. Mm-hmm. I think they're all going to be projects. Mm-hmm. Maybe the 3rd pick, the linebacker, maybe is the most susceptible to be decent right away. Mm-hmm. But I think he's going to come in on certain down situations in his rookie year. And if they're looking something that's going to benefit him, I don't think we'll see him a lot right away.
That's an interesting take, but I could definitely see it.
And I think as the year goes on, he'll come out more. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think he's going to be limited at first.
Yeah.
But
that's a fair assessment. I could totally see that. The other thing that I think will be interesting too will be, just the rest of the draft picks and how well they develop. I said all the time that, I said today, not all the time, but actually I have said our best acquisition was Matt Applebaum, which was offensive line coach. And so, if you could take what we currently have on a roster and build them up, it always makes it better. So that's always a good thing, right?
Yeah. And I'm curious to see if Skyler can take that 3rd spot.
Well, I'm interested to see. I really want him to be a Taysom Hill. So I'd love to see him play special teams. I'd love to see him play HB, I
didn't even think about that. Could we see him? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course we could. So let me, Taysom Hill for the last couple of years has been one of my favorite players to watch in the NFL because his nickname's the Swiss Army knife. And if we could get our own version of that,
what's going to happen?
That'd be cool.
If they bring him out there and he comes around on a wheel on the backside and he gets the pitch.
You already know the conversation.
And then he throws that ball.
Skyler
70 yards down the field to Tyreek, who catches it in stride and scores a touchdown. Nobody near him. You know it's gonna be a riot.
It will be, but that I'd like to have that problem. I'd like to have that problem.
But
as long as we're winning, I'd like to have that problem.
And then my last thing I wanted to say is it seems like all the teams in the AFC East were making their picks based off of us, to me.
You know, I said the same thing too because I feel like people went and got after speed.
Mm-hmm.
They went and got after speed.
We need to counteract this quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed was the big thing. I totally 100% agree with that take. I think that's a very, very accurate take.
What's up, Rick? Rick said hi to me.
What's up, Rick? All right, guys. Hey, 4 more people donate $5. I'll double your donations. So really, Von Joe donating 10 there. He got 4 donations, or he got 4 entries into it.
What's that picture behind you on your? It looks like a dude scoring a touchdown. 30.
That would be the Miami Miracle.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Autographed?
It is not, but it is from the Dolphins. I was a season ticket holder that year and went to the game, and they sent all season ticket holders that photo.
You need to go find Kenyon Drake and get that autographed.
I want to.
And then find Gronk and get Gronk the autograph.
I know. Bro, you already know.
Hey, my dad thinks he's going to be in Buffalo. He's a Bills fan. He's like, Gronk's going to Buffalo. He's coming.
Gronk's going with his boy down in Tampa.
And yeah. Well, all right, guys. I'll bounce out.
Be good, Roach.
All right, thanks.
All right, man. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami Fan Morning Show. Clap Blockers. I'm your host, Stephen D. I hope you all had a good time this morning. It was a lot of fun. I'm about to go watch some NASCAR. I'm going to be a NASCAR driver just like my daddy. Should be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys go check out everything. Hey, come on. 4 more people donate to the channel right now. $5 gets you in. I'll double your entry, even if it's up here on YouTube. $5. $5 gets you in to this awesome weekly giveaway that we do each and every week. This week is Javon Holland, Brandon Jones, autograph 8x10, courtesy of ZSM Sports. You can donate through Cash App or PayPal as well. But if you donate up here on YouTube, I will double your entry right now if I get 4 more people. Actually, anybody who donates in increments of 5. So, make sure you guys do that. Hey, what is Dylan's channel? Can somebody give me Dylan's channel on YouTube? I want to make, let me just say that as my final thought of the day while y'all are donating here. The last 4 people are donating to get their extra entry for free into the chat if you guys donate. You never know what somebody's going through. You never know. This morning I heard about Dylan. We heard about Todd. Todd, my thoughts and prayers are with you, brother. I struggle with anxiety and depression, and I've had my own thoughts of self-harm and in the past. And you never know what somebody's going through in life. Whether there's a family member that's sick. Shout out to Alex Dono. Alex posted on his Twitter this morning that a close family member is having surgery and to put you in his prayers. So shout out to Alex. I love you, brother. You know that we're always here for you at the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network family. I support, just one of the best parts about this community is it's a community. We've gotten to know a lot of great people through it. And my hope is that we all start to talk to each other through other channels, whether that's through the YouTube here or Twitter or Instagram or phone calls and texting, whatever it is, because you never know what somebody's going through. You never know what type of day somebody's having, and you never know if somebody just needs your help just by lending a listening ear. It doesn't even have to be monetary. It doesn't have to be you're giving them any materialistic thing. It can be just your time, and that's a big thing. It's a big thing. So I love y'all. I'm always here. And reach out to Dylan. I don't know what's going on with that, but I just know reach out to him. And I don't know how you do that, whether that's through Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is. Just make sure you get it with Dylan. Let him know that you're supporting him. And not just, hey, just be, support him. And that's a big deal. Okay? So I love you guys. You're all the best fans in the world. I will be here tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. Got Daniel Yafusi in the morning on the show. I got Dolphin Chat, the ladies' night edition tomorrow. That'll be a lot of fun tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. So you're going to get to spend pretty much your whole day with Miami sports music tomorrow. That should be a lot of fun. And make sure you guys donate to the channel. Help the channel grow if you're able to do that. Increments of $5. As a matter of fact, if you donate through Cash App or PayPal after we get off, okay, I will still double your entries to the giveaway for on Friday. Matter of fact, let me put it into the chat here for you guys. All right, there we go. There's the Cash App and the PayPal link. So if I still get 4 more people to donate in increments of 5 on Cash App or PayPal, I'll double your entries into the drawing. Von Show, I will make sure I double your entries into the drawing, the one you donated for $10 here. I appreciate your donation. It's a big, big thing. And guys, last thing, and it's free. This is free to do. It doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe to the channel. Matter of fact, my goal is there's 62 people watching at the moment. If I could get all 62 people to get 10 of their friends to subscribe to the channel, that would be big. That would be big. I really need your help in this and subscribing to the channel. I can't grow without your help. And matter of fact, I'm trying to share the link so that way. Here we go. Copy. This is what I need you all to do. Take this link that I put in the chat here. So, Stephen D., you're telling me my $10 got me 4 entries? Yes, it did. It sure did, Von Joe. Because usually $5 gets you 1 entry. But if you donate on Cash App or PayPal, I'll always double it. But what I did was, I said, anybody who donate, if I got 5 people, if I could get 5 people to donate at least $5, I would double their entries too, even if it was on YouTube. That's a BOGO, guys. Buy one, get one. Yeah, so real quick, this link, Miami Sports Music, share that link with 10 people. I want you to take that link and go share it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. Email, I don't care. Share it with 10 people. Texting. Say, hey, guys, what I want you to do is take that link, share it with your cousin, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. Say, hey, look, just go subscribe to the channel. It's free to do. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. Subscribe. It's free. It does not cost anything to subscribe. We need to get our subscriptions up, and I can't do it without your help. Okay? It's free. It doesn't cost anything. I want to see 10 people tag me on Twitter with this link. Okay? 10 of y'all. Okay? Doesn't cost anything to do. It's free. All right. I hope you all have a good time. I'm going to go watch some NASCAR. Okay? Y'all have a good one. I will see y'all tomorrow right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. See y'all. Love y'all. Peace.